Chapter 1160. There were 5 exchange spiritual halls in Sky Feather Island. The most prosperous exchange spiritual hall belonged to the Sky Feather Island Lord, and no one fought over it. Therefore, the remaining 4 exchange spiritual halls were fought over by all the other forces in Sky Feather Island. The blue-eyed ice wolf race was ranked 4th out of all the forces in Sky Feather Island, so the forces around this exchange spiritual hall were the weakest. However, because of this, there were many forces fighting over this exchange spiritual hall. There were a total of 6 4-star races. However, the situation this time was slightly different. The Scarlet Sun race, which usually participated in the competition for the exchange spiritual hall, did not participate, while the weakest Blazing Fire Golden Sheep race of Sky Feather Island had unexpectedly participated. When the Blazing Fire Golden Sheep race arrived at the exchange spiritual hall, they were met with mockery from many experts. I didn't think that the weakest 4-star force in Sky Feather Island would participate in the competition for the exchange spiritual hall. Did the Blazing Fire Golden Sheep race raise a powerful demigod genius? Stop joking around. I think that the Blazing Fire Golden Sheep race will definitely send their first elder to participate. There were always some people in the crowd that didn't have any strength and liked to mock others. However, in reality, the Blazing Fire Golden Sheep race didn't have any demigod geniuses. Apart from the 4 demigod elders, they didn't have any other demigod experts. For example, the blue-eyed ice wolf race had 5 demigod geniuses apart from the 6 demigod elders. The strongest demigod genius was even stronger than the 6 elders. This genius was obviously suppressing his cultivation and preparing to break through to the high-tier heavenly divine realm. The other powerful races would also raise such geniuses. Once such a genius successfully broke through to the heavenly divine realm, they would very likely become a rank 2 true god and lead their race to greatness. Even the Scarlet Sun race, which was ranked 10th, had 3 demigod geniuses that surpassed the demigods of the older generation. Therefore, most of the people that appeared in the competition for the exchange spiritual hall were young demigods. Even if they weren't, they would be older demigods. It would be a joke if the Blazing Fire Golden Sheep race sent their first elder that was over 100,000 years old. I think that the Shark Tooth race will definitely win this time. Sen Yu of the Shark Tooth race's strength has increased again. Wait, haven't you heard the rumors? The patriarch of the blue-eyed ice wolf race unexpectedly obtained a demigod genius, and he asked him to lead the geniuses of the race to participate in this competition. In the competition for the exchange spiritual hall, the strongest forces were the blue-eyed ice wolf race and the Shark Tooth race, followed by the Emerald Green Feather race and the Scarlet Sun race, but the Scarlet Sun race had forfeited. As for the other 4 races, they were all 4-star races outside the top 10 of Sky Feather Island. Almost no one thought highly of them. Before the competition for the exchange spiritual hall, a huge competition stage had been built in the exchange spiritual hall. There were 4 stone platforms surrounding the dueling ring. On the stone platform, those who sat were the nearby powerful clans and forces or true god experts. As for the other spectators, they could only gather in midair far away. On a stone platform in the east, there were only a few people. However, these people were indeed the center of attention. Among these people was a fair-skinned, handsome, and arrogant human. He was the disciple of the Sky Feather Island Lord, Shifeng. Martial Uncle, who do you think will be the final victor this time? Shifeng tilted his head slightly and looked respectfully at the middle-aged male next to him. I heard that the blue-eyed ice wolf race recruited an extremely strong demigod genius. The blue-eyed ice wolf race will probably win again this time. This male had a dark face and was abnormally fierce, as if he was a ghost, and he spoke with an indifferent expression. Those from the blue-eyed ice wolf race all had smiles on their faces. Only a cold youth was like a block of ice. His eyes were closed and he didn't care about the outside world. On the other side, those from the Shark Tooth race were extremely frustrated and angry, but they didn't dare to say anything. The person in front of them was from Sky Feather Island. His name was True God Geely, and his cultivation had reached rank 2 true god. He and Shifeng were the judges for the competition for the exchange spiritual hall, but at this moment, The judge said in front of everyone that the blue-eyed ice wolf race would win. It was extremely obvious that true God Geely was standing on the side of the blue-eyed ice wolf race. However, the shark-tooth race believed that as long as they defeated the blue-eyed ice wolf race and offered enough benefits, true God Geely would stand on their side. Senyu, conserve your strength for now. Pay special attention to Gulan from the blue-eyed ice wolf race. The patriarch of the shark-tooth race said to a tall male radiating a fierce aura next to him. Ding Hu, help Senyu with all your strength. The patriarch of the shark-tooth race said to another genius. The competition for the Exchange Spiritual Hall was split into 2 rounds. The first round was a free-for-all where the experts of all the forces would enter the arena, and the remaining 4 would advance to the second round. The second round would be the final battle to decide the final victor. Each force could send 2 people in the first round, but in reality, the second person's mission was to protect the strongest member of their force so that they could preserve their strength and advance to the second round. Since everyone is here, let's begin. True God Geely spoke in a hoarse voice from the Eastern Stone stand. It's about to begin. The spectators nearby started to become restless. Bush, bush, bush. In an instant, more than a dozen powerful auras leaped onto the arena. There were 6 forces participating in the competition for the Exchange Spiritual Hall. Normally, there should be 12 people, but there were only 11 on the arena. Everyone couldn't help but look at the representative of the blazing fire golden sheep race, Zhao Feng. He dares to participate in the contest alone? Isn't he just asking to be humiliated? Doesn't the blazing fire golden sheep race have a few demigod elders? They should at least gather 2 people. Wouldn't that be a greater chance? Ha! This person's cultivation is so low. Did the blazing fire golden sheep race send him to his death? The nearby crowd roared with laughter as they looked at Zhao Feng. Many geniuses on the arena revealed disdainful expressions. I really don't know where a measly peak stage mystic light realm gets the courage to participate in the competition and stand with us. The strongest genius of the emerald green feather race had a mocking smile. On the blue-eyed ice wolf race's side, Gulan's cold eyes opened and inspected Zhao Feng. It's him? Shifeng's eyebrows rose up slightly. What is it, Feng? True God Geely asked. Shifeng was a genius that was about to follow the island lord to the golden jade race. After hearing about the wild ancient secret dimension, Shifeng cultivated even harder, and his strength increased by leaps and bounds. No demigod in Sky Feather Island was Shifeng's match. It's nothing. Shifeng shook his head and ignored Zhao Feng. Although he had a deep impression of Zhao Feng and even told Shen Yuhai to follow Zhao Feng and kill him in the St. Pearl Tower, he was about to follow the island lord to the 4.5-star golden jade race. However, he was about to follow the island master to the 4.5-star golden jade race, and perhaps he would even be able to enter the wild ancient secret dimension. When the time came, he would personally find Zhao Feng and have him kneel before him to repent for disregarding Shifeng in the auction hall. On the stage, Zhao Feng's expression was calm and condescending. It was as if the scene in front of him didn't even enter his eyes. After his strength reached the peak stages of the mystic light realm, the strength and quality of Zhao Feng's sacred power had increased, and he had also grasped the metal of wind lightning. The demigods in front of him couldn't ignite his battle intent at all. The first round of the competition for the Exchange Spiritual Hall begins. True God Geely spoke on the stone stage. In an instant, a powerful bloodline aura soared into the sky from the dueling ring. Let's just end this. Zhao Feng revealed a cold and determined gaze. As long as he defeated everyone, there was no need for the second round. After all, he was the only one who advanced from the first round, so he was the winner. Hee, brat, let me send you down. The genius from the emerald green feather race that mocked Zhao Feng just now walked toward Zhao Feng with an arrogant expression. Zhao Feng revealed a smile as he looked at this person. Wang, the metal of wind lightning's sacred power condensed in Zhao Feng's hand, and it was blinding. However, right at this moment, the skinny youth from the blue-eyed ice wolf race said coldly, I'll be able to win if I defeat all of you. Gu Lan was thinking the same thing as Zhao Feng, which made Zhao Feng pay some attention to this person. However, The demigods from the other factions all stared at Gulan in shock, and they revealed hostility. Gulan, what did you say? A demigod genius from the blue-eyed ice wolf race next to Gulan said in shock. It was obvious that Gulan had said this on his own. He didn't even know about it. Outside the fighting ring, the crowd was also boiling with excitement. This Gulan. The patriarch of the blue-eyed ice wolf race had a helpless expression. Gulan was a genius of the Tao of the Sword that he met by chance, and he came from a dimension that was very close to the ancient desolate realm of gods. The fact that he entered the ancient desolate realm of gods without breaking through to the true god realm proved his talent. However, Gulan was too direct, aiming for the martial path. In his eyes, there was only battle and becoming stronger. This person is so proud. He's the expert that the blue-eyed ice wolf race recruited. He's a genius of the Tao of the Sword. The gazes of the crowd gathered on Gulan. Sen Yu, all of you work together to defeat this person. The patriarch of the shark-tooth race revealed a wicked smile. The other demigod geniuses instantly teamed up under the influence of the patriarch of the shark-tooth race. Apart from Zhao Feng, all the other demigod geniuses stood against the blue-eyed ice wolf race. This person isn't bad. Shi Feng praised with a hint of arrogance. He was like an elder evaluating a junior. From Shi Feng's point of view, if he had the help of a demigod from the blue-eyed ice wolf race, he could easily defeat the 8 demigods on the other side. This was because Shi Feng's strength had completely reached the level of a rank 1 true god. He could be called a quasi-god. Apart from Zhao Feng, all the geniuses charged toward the 2 from the blue-eyed ice wolf race. Gu Lan's eyes suddenly changed. Boundless sword intent shot out, dazzling and bone-chilling. Shua! An ice-cold sword appeared in his hand. The blade of the sword was shrouded in a layer of extremely cold mist. Sword of Ice Extermination. A powerful sword intent surged from Gu Lan's body and seemed to merge into the ice sword in his hand. In an instant, a cold sword slashed out in the shape of a fan toward all the demigod prodigies. All the prodigies instantly felt a piercing pain in their bodies and souls. They looked at the domineering Gulan and actually wanted to retreat. Reverse Shark Strike. The genius of the shark-tooth race, Sen Yu, activated his bloodline and charged forward. The blue blade in his hand instantly slashed out a giant shark made of water. Ice Soul Slash. Gu Lan's expression didn't change as he slashed out with the cold sword in his hand. A soul-shaking ice sword storm rushed out, directly piercing through the giant water shark and freezing it. Sen Yu's sacred power almost froze as the remaining sword intent attacked him. Fear appeared in his eyes, and he had no will to fight at all. So strong. The other genius from the blue-eyed ice wolf race was overjoyed when he saw how domineering Gulan was, and he immediately charged out. Sword of Ice Extermination. Gulan waved the ice sword in his hand, and waves of cold swords shot out in all directions. The entire arena was covered in a layer of bone-chilling sword intent. Everyone's body and soul started to lose the ability to fight in the bone-chilling sword intent. Gulan soon defeated all the experts attacking him with the help of the other blue-eyed ice wolf race expert, including Sen Yu from the shark-tooth race and the genius from the emerald green feather race. However, there was an exception to everything. Zhao Feng didn't move from start to finish, and he only watched silently. Most people thought that Zhao Feng was scared out of his wits, so they ignored him. This way, I just need to defeat him. Zhao Feng's expression didn't change. Chapter 1161. Inside the Exchange Spiritual Hall, tens of thousands of experts were quietly watching the battle on the trading platform. The competition for the Exchange Spiritual Hall this time was completely different from the past. The 2 geniuses of the blue-eyed ice wolf race had directly defeated all the experts of the other races. The one who attracted the most attention was naturally Gulan, the lonely and arrogant swordsman. What a powerful sword intent! Is this the power of a sword principle expert? He has already reached the realm of one with the sword. Countless experts in the spectator stands were shocked by Gulan's performance. There were many sword principle experts who recognized Gulan's current sword principle realm. How is this possible? The chief of the shark-tooth race was shocked as he looked at that human in disbelief. They knew a bit about Gulan's background, but how could someone who had come to the ancient desolate realm of gods from another dimension be this strong? The geniuses that the Shark-Tooth clan had painstakingly nurtured couldn't even withstand a single blow from him. Too strong. The members of the Emerald Green Feather clan were willing to admit defeat. It looked like the owner of this exchange spiritual hall was once again the Blue-Eyed Ice Wolf clan. In the long run, the Blue-Eyed Ice Wolf race would only grow stronger and stronger, leaving the other 4-star races far behind. This kid is not bad. True God Geely looked at Gulan and revealed a faint smile. Obviously, everyone present had completely ignored Zhao Feng. Gulan was too strong, too dazzling. Among the geniuses present, only Shi Feng could suppress him. On the other hand, Zhao Feng was only a peak-stage mystic light realm, and he was only standing there because he didn't attack Gulan. Or maybe Gulan didn't even bother to attack Zhao Feng. Even the geniuses of the other races weren't his match. This weak human from the blazing fire golden sheep race wasn't even worthy of his sword. Zhao Feng. The expressions of those from the blazing fire golden sheep race became tense. They had never imagined that the Blue-Eyed Ice Wolf tribe would have such a powerful swordsman. They didn't know whether or not Zhao Feng could deal with him. It looks like the Blue-Eyed Ice Wolf tribe has won this time. True God Geely faintly nodded his head. Congratulations to the leader of the Blue-Eyed Ice Wolf race. May the Blue-Eyed Ice Wolf race prosper. Although the experts present didn't like the Blue-Eyed Ice Wolf race, they still had to welcome them with smiles. The battle hasn't ended yet, right? At this moment, a voice suddenly resounded in the arena. Zhao Feng was extremely unhappy. He hadn't lost yet. He was still standing on the stage, but the battle had already ended. Moreover, the Blue-Eyed Ice Wolf tribe had been declared the victor. As soon as Zhao Feng said this, the surrounding people couldn't help but laugh. How can someone from the blazing fire golden sheep race be so stupid? Does he really think he's a match for Gulan? I'm afraid he wants to save some face. After all, he hasn't made a move since the start of the battle. In the surroundings, some experts from powerful races and onlookers laughed loudly. Zhao Feng, you're not Gulan's match. Furthermore, there are 2 geniuses of my clan on the fighting stage. The patriarch of the Blue-Eyed Ice Wolf race laughed mockingly. Zhao Feng had killed members of the Blue-Eyed Ice Wolf race, so he was going to make Zhao Feng lose without a fight and make a fool of himself in front of tens of thousands of people. However, Gulan's eyes were still locked onto Zhao Feng. The sword in his hand still flashed with a cold light. So what if all the geniuses of the Blue-Eyed Ice Wolf race are here? Zhao Feng looked coldly at the patriarch of the Blue-Eyed Ice Wolf race and laughed. Back when he had come to the exchange hall to auction his items, he had been assassinated by the Blue-Eyed Ice Wolf race. Zhao Feng had never forgotten about this. As the auctioneer, he had done such a shameless thing. If Zhao Feng wasn't strong enough, he would have been killed by Lu Wei's arrow long ago. Furthermore, it was time for Zhao Feng to become famous. Other than the Sky Feather Island Lord, there was no one in Sky Feather Island that he feared. What did you say? The patriarch of the Blue-Eyed Ice Wolf race immediately stood up, and a terrifying cold aura spread. The spectators behind him were covered in a layer of ice and immediately retreated. This person is so arrogant. He dares to say that all the geniuses of the Blue-Eyed Ice Wolf race aren't his match? I think that he's been scared silly by Gulan's strength, so he's just spouting nonsense. Some of the spectators mocked. No matter what, the Blue-Eyed Ice Wolf race was one of the top 5 races in Sky Feather Island. There were as many geniuses as the clouds in the sky. However, Zhao Feng was saying in front of tens of thousands of people, so what if all the geniuses of the Blue-Eyed Ice Wolf race are here? Such arrogance and conceit were indescribable. Patriarch of the Blue-Eyed Ice Wolf race, there are still 3 people on the stage, and there are representatives from other races as well. Do you think that you've already won? Are you ignoring the existence of the judge of Sky Feather Island? Zhao Feng wasn't afraid of the angry patriarch of the Blue-Eyed Ice Wolf race at all. He even brought out True God Geely, who stood on the side of the Blue-Eyed Ice Wolf race. Although True God Geely sided with the Blue-Eyed Ice Wolf race, The rules of the competition were set by the Sky Feather Island Lord, so he obviously couldn't go against them. Otherwise, it would be the same as slapping the Sky Feather Island Lord's face. Sit down. True God Geely's expression turned cold. The patriarch of the blue-eyed ice wolf race was enraged, but he could only sit down and stare at Zhao Feng with a cold aura. The competition will continue, True God Geely said. He didn't say that they would enter the second round and instead said that they would continue. His meaning was obvious. He wanted the geniuses of the blue-eyed ice wolf race to finish off Zhao Feng as soon as possible. There was no need for the second round. True God Geely's words made the entire exchange spiritual hall fall silent. Everyone was waiting to see what kind of expression Zhao Feng, who had just said those arrogant words, would make when he failed. Even some of the blazing fire golden sheep race members were mocked by the other races nearby. You go down, Gu Lan said to the blue-eyed ice wolf race member next to him. Understood. This genius immediately walked down. He was participating in the competition to help Gu Lan win. With Gu Lan's strength, he could finish off Zhao Feng with one sword. There was no point in him staying up there. However, after he walked down, Gu Lan's words shocked him and everyone else present. You're very strong, so I'll leave you for last. I'll be your opponent. Gu Lan, who was usually cold and didn't know how to speak, said so many words. However, that wasn't the main point. The main point was the meaning behind his words. Gu Lan, who had defeated so many demigod geniuses, said that Zhao Feng was very strong. At the very least, this strong was definitely stronger than all the geniuses that had just been defeated. I also have to thank you for chasing away the useless geniuses. Zhao Feng gave a faint smile. Gu Lan reminded him of Yu Tianhao from the continent zone, but Gu Lan was even more battle-hungry. He only had his sword in his eyes, and he didn't think about anything else. What? Useless? The faces of the geniuses that had been defeated by Gu Lan instantly went red. They had nothing to say after being defeated by Gu Lan, but now even a peak-stage Mystic Light Realm expert was mocking them. Take this. Gu Lan waved the sword of ice in his hand, and his cold eyes radiated a powerful battle intent. Surges of sword intent merged with the ice around Gu Lan and formed a real sword of ice that radiated the intent of the sword that could slash through anything. So strong. Is this his true strength? So, he was holding back just now. The geniuses that had been crushed by Gu Lan were stunned, and they didn't feel good in their hearts. However, Zhao Feng would definitely lose against such a strong Gu Lan, and the person that mocked them would definitely lose even worse than them. Ice Heart Sword. Gu Lan's heart moved, and the countless swords of ice in heaven and earth merged into the sword of ice in his hand. Gu Lan's figure was like a sword as he stabbed toward Zhao Feng. A cold sword intent that could pierce through everything shot toward Zhao Feng. The spectators behind Zhao Feng instantly felt their souls being injured, and they immediately ran away. Good. Praise appeared in Zhao Feng's eyes. In Zhao Feng's eyes, demigods were too weak. They weren't worthy of his attention at all, so he didn't put this battle to heart. However, he didn't expect to meet such a strong and talented demigod of the Sword Dao. A dark yellow symbol of lightning appeared on Zhao Feng's body, and a layer of blinding metal of wind lightning surrounded his hand. In his hand, there was a layer of blinding metal of tempest surrounding him. Wind lightning raging finger. Zhao Feng circulated the metal of wind lightning, which had the strongest offense and piercing power, and stabbed out. The power of the metal of wind lightning when used with the wind lightning raging finger doubled. Furthermore, Zhao Feng's sacred lightning body contained the power of God Tribulation Lightning, so Zhao Feng also circulated some of the power of God Tribulation Lightning into his finger. The invisible ice sword intent in the air was split apart by Zhao Feng's golden finger. Finally, Zhao Feng's golden finger collided with Gu Lan's ice sword. Lose. At this instant, Zhao Feng released the power of the primordial god's blood in his index finger. A dazzling, ice-cold golden light exploded. Pluck. Gu Lan's figure was knocked off the stage, and the ice sword was split in half. Gu Lan was defeated in one move. The spectators were dead silent as they stared at the stage with their eyes wide open. They couldn't believe what they had just seen. No one had expected that Zhao Feng, who everyone had overlooked, would defeat Gu Lan in one move. Of course, they didn't see how Zhao Feng defeated Gu Lan because it was too unbelievable. How is this possible? How could Gu Lan lose to someone like this? The prodigies that had been crushed by Gu Lan at the start were stunned as they looked at Zhao Feng in a daze. The prodigy of the emerald green feather race that had been preparing to attack Zhao Feng felt his heart jump. If it weren't for Gu Lan's words attracting everyone's attention, he would have been instantly destroyed by Zhao Feng. Gu Lan slowly stood up and looked at Zhao Feng with cold and stubborn eyes. He had never been defeated so easily before, and he had been defeated so easily by someone one level lower than him. However, Gu Lan had to admit that Zhao Feng was very strong. The patriarch of the blue-eyed ice wolf race stood up after a moment of shock. How is this possible? You must have used some despicable method. The patriarch of the blue-eyed ice wolf race had a cold expression. Gu Lan's strength was stronger than a normal rank 1 true god, but Zhao Feng defeated him in one move. Could Zhao Feng's strength have reached the level of a rank 2 true god? That was impossible. Even if it was true, he wouldn't allow Zhao Feng to live. This brat had to be killed. Zhao Feng's eyes turned cold as he looked at the patriarch of the blue-eyed ice wolf race. He used some despicable method to defeat Gu Lan? Gu Lan also revealed a disdainful expression. He had just arrived in the ancient desolate realm of gods and wasn't familiar with anything, so he agreed to help this person participate in the competition for the exchange spiritual hall. He had no feelings for the blue-eyed ice wolf race. True God Geely also paused for a moment on the eastern stage. He didn't expect this ordinary golden-haired youth to be a true expert. Those from the blazing fire golden sheep race were extremely excited. They didn't expect Zhao Feng to win so easily. In just a short year, Zhao Feng's strength had increased so quickly. This person? Coldness flashed through Shifeng's eyes. Shifeng didn't like how outstanding and strong Zhao Feng was. Right at this moment, the patriarch of the blue-eyed ice wolf race secretly messaged True God Geely. True God Geely, if you can help me obtain this exchange spiritual hall, I'm willing to give you 60% of the profits from the exchange spiritual hall for the next 1,000 years. True God Geely revealed a cruel smile as he messaged Shifeng. Okay, don't forget what Martial Uncle promised me. Shifeng revealed an excited expression as he looked at Zhao Feng with a flash of fierceness. Chapter 1162. The tens of thousands of spectators in the exchange spiritual hall were still in shock. Gu Lan, who was so powerful, had been defeated by Zhao Feng in one move? They didn't expect the final winner of this battle to be the blazing fire golden sheep race, which was ranked last in Sky Feather Island. He's even stronger than before. True God Giant Flame from the Scarlet Sun race said. Back when he fought with Zhao Feng, he could guarantee that he wouldn't lose badly, but after seeing the current Zhao Feng, he didn't dare to fight with Zhao Feng anymore. The measly blazing fire golden sheep race controls the exchange spiritual hall for 1,000 years? The patriarch of the shark tooth race harumphed coldly in disdain. Although the shark tooth race had no performance in this battle and didn't win, at least the blue-eyed ice wolf race didn't win. The measly blazing fire golden sheep race would find it hard to achieve anything even if they controlled the exchange spiritual hall for 1,000 years because this race was just too weak. Just when everyone thought that the witness from Sky Feather Island would announce the blazing fire golden sheep race's victory, Shifeng stood up. Wait, this young master suddenly remembers. You're Zhao Feng, the evil person who killed my close friend, Chen Yuhai. Shifeng said with a pained expression, and a hint of sharpness flashed through his eyes. Your close friend? Zhao Feng revealed a surprised and puzzled expression. Although his impression of Shifeng wasn't very good, he didn't expect Shifeng to say something like this. Back in the auction hall, Chen Yuhai of the Scarlet Sun race immediately apologized after learning Shifeng's identity. Was this something that close friends would do? It was obvious that Shifeng was just finding an excuse to attack Zhao Feng. However, Zhao Feng had killed Chen Yuhai at the entrance of the exchange spiritual hall. Everyone had seen it, so he couldn't deny. Is that not the case? Shifeng looked at True God Sun Flame. That's right, young Master Shifeng and Chen Yuhai were like brothers. True God's Sun Flame hesitated for a moment before saying through gritted teeth, "How could the Scarlet Sun race dare to go against the Sky Feather Island's will?" Moreover, once Shifeng successfully broke through to the heavenly divine realm, the Sky Feather Island Lord's power would only grow even greater. Furthermore, the Blazing Fire Golden Sheep race and the Scarlet Sun race didn't have a good relationship. The Scarlet Sun race obviously wouldn't offend Shifeng for the Blazing Fire Golden Sheep race. The experts from the various factions gradually understood that Sky Feather Island was looking for an excuse to attack Zhao Feng, but they didn't dare to say anything. The strongest faction present was the Blue-Eyed Ice Wolf race, and the Blue-Eyed Ice Wolf race couldn't wait for Shifeng to finish off Zhao Feng. That way, the Exchange Spiritual Hall would naturally belong to the Blue-Eyed Ice Wolf race. True God Sky Fire and the others froze, bitter expressions on their faces. Although they had won, the witness of the battle was going to attack Zhao Feng. In this world, strength was everything. Without strength, there would be no justice. "What do you want?" Zhao Feng's expression was slightly cold as he said directly. Chen Yuhai had definitely been sent by Shifeng to assassinate him, so Zhao Feng had a certain amount of hatred for Shifeng. A life for a life. Since you killed a close friend of mine, I, Shifeng, naturally have to send you to be buried with him. However, in consideration of your excellent talent and the fact that you obtained victory in this battle, I will forgive you as long as you cripple your own cultivation. Shifeng's handsome face was filled with a cold and complacent sneer. Cripple his own cultivation? In the ancient desolate realm of gods, having no strength was worse than death. Everyone sighed in their hearts. They hadn't expected Shifeng to be so vicious, giving Zhao Feng two choices, death or a fate worse than death. The members of the Blue-Eyed Ice Wolf race had arrogant expressions and smirked as they looked down on Zhao Feng. Ha! Zhao Feng suddenly began to laugh, and a terrifying energy began to radiate from him. Shifeng's expression was slightly cold. This was the only time Zhao Feng could laugh. If that's the case, then I can only choose the second option. Zhao Feng said indifferently. Sigh, what a pity for such a genius. Who told him to offend Shifeng? The experts present were slightly regretful. They didn't expect Zhao Feng to choose to cripple his own cultivation. Good. Shifeng revealed a satisfied smile as he looked down. He was the strongest genius of Sky Feather Island. Everyone in the younger generation had to obey him. Back in the Exchange Spiritual Hall, Zhao Feng had ignored him and tried to befriend him. Shifeng still remembered this clearly. Today, Zhao Feng was going to cripple his own cultivation under Shifeng's pressure. This made Shifeng feel even more proud. The members of the Blue-Eyed Ice Wolf race and True God Geely looked at each other and smiled, but their expressions froze the next instant. Then I'll have to trouble young Sir Shifeng to cripple this Zhao's cultivation. Zhao Feng's eyes flashed with coldness as his golden hair danced in the wind. Silence. The surroundings became silent once more. Zhao Feng wasn't compromising or choosing to cripple his own cultivation. He was challenging Shifeng, the most outstanding disciple of Sky Feather Island and the disciple of the Sky Feather Island Lord. How arrogant and domineering was this? Those from the Scarlet Sun race looked at Zhao Feng, who was standing proudly, and revealed expressions of shame. You asked for it. Shifeng's expression paused for a moment before revealing a cold light. Zhao Feng dared to trick him. Shifeng instantly flew into the air and glared at Zhao Feng as a terrifying invisible aura spread out. When Shifeng landed on the fighting platform, there was a strong gale in heaven and earth. Countless bright white wind blades surrounded him. The normal real god experts who were closer could feel a dangerous aura from Shifeng and they could not help but retreat. Everyone's eyes gathered on Shifeng. They didn't think that they would be able to see young Sir Shifeng personally take action. His opponent, Zhao Feng, was going to be unlucky. I'll let you see the strength of the #1 genius of Sky Feather Island. Shifeng's eyes were cold as he stared at Zhao Feng. He controlled the wind blades around him with his thoughts. You talk too much. Zhao Feng muttered. His figure flashed as he circulated the metal of wind lightning and charged at Shifeng with a dazzling golden light. Zhao Feng also knew the wind intent, so the wind around Shifeng couldn't stop Zhao Feng at all. Wind lightning raging finger, Zhao Feng's fingers surged with the power of wind and lightning as he struck out. Swish! Golden lightning flashed, and the wind blade barrier around Shifeng was penetrated. That golden light shot straight at Shifeng's chest. The sneak attacker is despicable and shameless. Shifeng had a noble expression as he scolded gently. Wind flower palm. Shifeng waved his hand, and the surrounding wind energy gathered, forming a white wind palm that pushed forward. Swish! The two wind elemental powers intertwined with each other, and the wind howled and wind blades flew everywhere. So strong! Young Sir Shifeng's strength isn't any weaker than the true god experts of the older generation. Quickly retreat! Young Sir Shifeng's Windflower Heavenly technique is too strong. Apart from the strong races on the stone stage, the spectators quickly retreated. I admit that your strength is indeed not bad, but you will die today. Shifeng sensed how strong Zhao Feng was the instant he fought with Zhao Feng. However, Shifeng definitely wouldn't lose. He wanted to show Zhao Feng his true strength. A thin whirlwind instantly appeared on the surface of Shifeng's body. The power of this wind became stronger and stronger until it formed a giant whirlwind that lifted his body. At this moment, Shifeng floated in the center of the whirlwind as if he had become one with it. His hair blew in the wind, and his expression was fierce and domineering. I didn't expect Shifeng to use the power of his bloodline. This brat is finished. True God Geely smiled faintly as he looked at Shifeng. Shifeng had the bloodline of the Sky Hell Wind race, which was ranked 3,562nd among the 10,000 ancient races. Its power was terrifying, and no one in Sky Feather Island had a bloodline stronger than Shifeng's. As expected of young Sir Shifeng, the disciple of the Sky Feather Island Lord. You have such a high-ranked bloodline. Those from the blue-eyed Ice Wolf race immediately praised. Most people in the outer regions like Blue Ocean Bay had bloodlines that were above 7,000, but Shifeng had a bloodline that was ranked in the 3,000th. It was obvious how noble he was. The bloodlines of the spectators all started to tremble as they looked at Shifeng, who was like a god, with worship in their eyes. Sky Hell Wind Race Bloodline. Zhao Feng's gaze landed on Shifeng. Shifeng's bloodline was indeed the strongest bloodline that Zhao Feng had seen after coming to the ancient desolate realm of gods. Zhao Feng's god's spiritual eye throbbed, and it dispelled the trembling of the ancient blood devil sun bloodline within Zhao Feng's body. At the same time, an unyielding battle intent radiated from his god's spiritual eye. A powerful ancient bloodline seems to be able to increase my god's spiritual eye. Zhao Feng revealed a joyful expression. A pair of scarlet lightning sacred wings formed behind Zhao Feng's back, and he turned into a ball of scarlet lightning that shot toward Shifeng. You're courting death. Shifeng laughed coldly. Now that he had activated his bloodline, Zhao Feng definitely wasn't his match. The density of bloodlines in the ancient desolate realm of gods was very high, and high-ranked bloodlines greatly suppressed low-ranked bloodlines. Fury of Wind. Shifeng controlled the power of wind in heaven and earth and swept toward Zhao Feng. Sky-destroying Sacred Lightning Palm. Zhao Feng activated his Sacred Lightning Body, and the power of God Tribulation Lightning instantly spread out, destroying all the power of wind that tried to approach him. At the same time, Zhao Feng thrust out a giant golden palm. This was the sky-destroying Sacred Lightning Palm formed from the metal of wind lightning. When combined with Zhao Feng's powerful Sacred Lightning Body, its power was extremely domineering. It was like a golden sacred mountain that could break through everything. Boom! Shifeng revealed a shocked expression as he was hit by Zhao Feng's palm. However, he had the Heaven Prison Wind Race bloodline, so he had a strong resistance against the element of wind. However, Zhao Feng suddenly waved his fists and thrust out a golden fist. Boom! Bang! Shifeng immediately tried to defend, but he was still slightly injured by Zhao Feng. How is this possible? Shifeng coughed out a mouthful of blood in disbelief. How did Zhao Feng instantly become so strong? He had activated his bloodline power, but he still wasn't Zhao Feng's match. Shifeng wasn't the only one shocked. Everyone present didn't dare to believe it, and their minds buzzed. Young Sir Shifeng had activated the Heaven Prison Wind Race bloodline, but he was still at a disadvantage? How was this possible? Sky Feather! Shifeng roared, and a feather fan appeared in his hand. The pure white feathers on the fan radiated an invisible wind divine power. This Sky Feather was a trump card that the Sky Feather Island Lord had given him, and it was a low-quality divine weapon. As the strongest genius of Sky Feather Island, he couldn't lose. He had to defeat Zhao Feng with a strong advantage and humiliate him. You can die in peace now that you've forced me to use my divine weapon. Shifeng's slightly wretched expression was abnormally fierce and terrifying. Only the powerful true gods of Sky Feather Island had divine weapons. Normal demigods couldn't obtain divine weapons, and even if they did, they wouldn't be able to control them. However, Shifeng's talent was extremely good. After practicing for a long time, he could completely unleash the power of this divine weapon. However, in the next instant, his gaze couldn't help but look toward Zhao Feng's left eye. He seemed to see a purple-gold sky that was surrounded by mist. He seemed to have fallen into this world and couldn't find the exit. Whoosh, whoosh. A bolt of scarlet lightning flashed across his eyes. Boom! Shifeng felt a tearing pain come from his abdomen, and he woke up from the illusion. Boom! Shifeng's body flew back and smashed into the massive stone stage behind him. Zhao Feng stood proudly in the air and held the divine weapon that Shifeng had just taken out, the Sky Feather. If Shifeng used the divine weapon after activating his bloodline, it would be troublesome. This was why Zhao Feng didn't hesitate to use the Forbidden Illusion Lost World on Shifeng. With Shifeng's soul and intent, he was naturally controlled by Zhao Feng's illusion. Shifeng has lost. Just who is this person? The surrounding spectators exclaimed in shock. After activating his bloodline, Shifeng wasn't his match. After taking out the divine weapon, Shifeng was humiliated once more, and even his divine weapon was taken away. Shifeng completely lost to Zhao Feng. So strong. Gu Lan watched the battle from the side. It wasn't a coincidence that Zhao Feng was able to defeat him in one move. He had the strength to do so. Didn't young Sir Shifeng want to cripple my cultivation? Why have you been holding back? Zhao Feng snickered coldly as he slowly walked toward Shifeng. I will kill you. Shifeng's eyes were blood red as he roared in anger. However, fear started to rise in his heart as he watched Zhao Feng slowly walk over. Chapter 1163. At this moment, Shifeng was lying in the hole in the stone pillar with an enraged expression, but fear flashed through his eyes when Zhao Feng approached him. How dare this bastard injure someone from Sky Feather Island? True God Geely suddenly stood up on the eastern stone stand, and a terrifying aura spread from him. The terrifying aura of a rank 2 true god along with his own presence caused the hearts of everyone present to shake, and they couldn't help but take a few steps back. Hee, this brat will definitely die. Those from the blue-eyed ice wolf race laughed coldly in their hearts when they saw true God Geely become angry. Although Zhao Feng defeating Shifeng was shocking, true God Geely had to take action since he injured Shifeng, so Zhao Feng would definitely die. Zhao Feng's eyebrows furrowed when he felt this terrifying aura. He had only participated in the Exchange Spiritual Hall battle to win and obtain control of the Exchange Spiritual Hall. He really wanted to kill Shifeng, but Zhao Feng didn't because true God Geely was present and Shifeng was one of the Sky Feather Island Lord's men. However, at this moment, true God Geely wanted to attack him. This made Zhao Feng want to kill him. Sky-penetrating finger. A powerful ancient bloodline aura radiated from Zhao Feng's index finger, and it was accompanied by a blinding metal of wind lightning. The sky-penetrating finger was extremely fast, and its piercing power was extremely strong. When used with the metal of wind lightning, the characteristics of this finger technique could be unleashed to the extreme. How dare you! True God Geely roared as he charged toward Zhao Feng. True God Geely didn't expect that Zhao Feng would still dare to attack Shifeng after he gave the order. If Zhao Feng really injured Shifeng, he would lose all his face as well. However, Zhao Feng's finger technique was extremely fast. Even a rank 2 true god wouldn't be able to stop it. Zhao Feng wants to kill Shifeng. The hearts of tens of thousands of people started to pound. This peak stage mystic light realm human dared to kill Shifeng? Zhao Feng. The hearts of the blazing fire golden sheep race members jumped. Zhao Feng actually wanted to kill the Sky Feather Island Lord's disciple, Shifeng. They hadn't expected that the competition for the exchange spiritual hall would end up like this. He wants to kill me, Shifeng felt as if he had sunk into an ice house. Ever since he became the disciple of the Sky Feather Island Lord, he had never felt such a bone-piercing killing intent. Moreover, this finger technique of Zhao Feng's was very strong. Even if it couldn't kill him, it could still heavily injure him. However, at the critical moment, Shifeng withdrew a small round shield from his storage space and activated it with divine energy. Ding! The flash of golden light hit the small round shield. Shifeng felt his hands go numb, and his heart was pounding. That was close, almost. Shifeng's entire body was drenched in cold sweat. Brat, I'll grind your bones to dust today. Seeing that Shifeng was fine, True God Geely heaved a sigh of relief and charged towards Zhao Feng. Battle intent appeared in Zhao Feng's eyes as he looked at True God Geely. Demigods were as weak as ants to Zhao Feng. Only rank 1 true gods were on par with him, so rank 2 true gods were what he wanted to challenge. Only by fighting someone stronger than him would he be able to unleash his full potential and power. He wants to challenge a rank 2 true god? Gu Lan, who had an icy expression, revealed a shocked expression. At this moment, everyone was looking at Zhao Feng on the arena. He was able to release a surge of battle intent while facing a rank 2 true god. This stunned them, and they couldn't move their eyes away from Zhao Feng. Ignorant brat, I'll show you how strong a rank 2 true god is. True God Geely had an enraged expression. A measly peak stage mystic light realm dared to challenge him? Heaven-encompassing earth-killing palm. True God Geely circulated boundless ghostly divine power and slapped out a terrifying black palm shadow. At this instant, heaven and earth darkened under the pressure of this palm. The terrifying palm was like a ghost that leapt toward Zhao Feng. A rank 2 true god is indeed not simple. Zhao Feng had a grim expression. The source of power for a true god was their divine stage, and they controlled divine power. All of their attacks were formed from pure divine power. The higher the rank of a god, the purer and more powerful their divine power was. At this moment, Zhao Feng didn't dare to fight with pure mystic light sacred power anymore. Otherwise, his powerful 5-colored mystic light sacred power would be useless against a rank 2 true god. Zhao Feng circulated a surge of white divine power. This was the divine power that Zhao Feng had refined from the god crystals using the divine forming technique. At the same time, the bloodline and divine power within Zhao Feng's index finger were completely activated. Earth-destroying finger. Zhao Feng's finger released a dazzling power of metal of wind lightning that contained a wisp of divine power and a dominating intent. Boom! Boom! A giant beam of light containing limitless scarlet golden lightning collided with True God Geely's attack like a pillar that could support the sky. Boom! A terrifying shockwave spread in every direction. What terrifying power! The spectators around the arena instantly retreated. Even the powerful forces on the stone stage were no exception. When the dust settled, Zhao Feng and True God Geely stood on the tattered arena. From the point of the explosion, the two were evenly matched. How is this possible? Zhao Feng isn't dead or injured. Everyone was shocked. They didn't expect Zhao Feng to be able to fight against a rank 2 true god. It was such a pity that such a talented person was killed by True God Geely just like that. However, the hearts of those who had a grudge against Zhao Feng tightened. They hoped that True God Geely would immediately kill Zhao Feng. He was hiding his strength just now. Shifeng's pale white expression became even uglier. This brat has divine power. True God Geely had an ugly expression. He could tell that Zhao Feng had just broken through to the peak stages of the mystic light realm not long ago, but Zhao Feng had divine power. If it wasn't for the fact that Zhao Feng had injured Shifeng, True God Geely would have really wanted Zhao Feng to join the Sky Feather Island Lord. Again! Zhao Feng circulated his sacred lightning body with all his might. The metal of wind lightning surrounded his right hand while the fire of wind lightning condensed in his left. Each of the two surges of sacred power contained a wisp of divine power. "You're courting death." True God Geely's expression became cold. No matter how talented Zhao Feng was, he was going to kill him today. Luo Sha Palm. True God Geely condensed a surge of divine power in his palms and unleashed a terrifying attack at Zhao Feng like a devil from hell. God-destroying finger. Sky-destroying sacred lightning palm. Zhao Feng used two powerful techniques with both hands at the same time. The sky-destroying sacred lightning palm was the palm technique that Zhao Feng was most familiar with. He could use it with ease, and its destructive power was extremely strong. The God-destroying finger was currently Zhao Feng's strongest finger technique, and its power was extraordinary when used with his metal of wind lightning bloodline and divine power. Boom. Zhao Feng and True God Geely clashed. Everything around the two of them was reduced to ashes. 1 move, 2 moves, 3 moves, 10 moves. Zhao Feng is able to exchange 10 moves with True God Geely without being defeated. He's using two different powers and two powerful techniques at the same time. Zhao Feng has such terrifying talent. The spectators exclaimed in shock from all over the exchange spiritual hall. It was unbelievable that a peak stage mystic light realm was able to exchange blows with True God Geely. Boom. Zhao Feng was pushed back by True God Geely's palm. "Ha, brat, how much divine power do you have left?" True God Geely roared with laughter. Zhao Feng was only able to exchange blows with him because of his divine power. How much divine power could a measly peak stage mystic light realm have? Zhao Feng's expression became grim. He didn't have much divine power left, and it was much weaker than True God Geely's. If he didn't have this much divine power, Zhao Feng wouldn't be True God Geely's match. However, at this moment, Zhao Feng revealed a smile. At this dangerous moment, this smile was extremely weird. Zhao Feng clasped his hands together, and the metal of wind lightning sacred power and the fire of wind lightning sacred power clashed together. Boom! The two explosive forces let out a series of rumbling sounds, and in the end, they actually fused together. One had to know that this wasn't just the fusion of the two sacred powers of wind lightning. There was also the power of God tribulation lightning. A ball of scarlet lightning flashed with a blinding golden light and radiated a terrifying power that wasn't any weaker than the divine power within Zhao Feng's body. You're using me to train your merged power? True God Geely stared at the ball of golden lightning fire in Zhao Feng's hand and became enraged. His expression was extremely terrifying. A measly peak stage mystic light realm expert was using him to refine his own power? This was the greatest humiliation of True God Geely's life. Zhao Feng, True God Geely, will tear you into 10,000 pieces. A black light flashed in True God Geely's hand, and a black saber appeared in his hand. At this moment, True God Geely was filled with a murderous aura, and he was like a war ghost from hell. I'll call you lightning fire obliteration from now on. Zhao Feng had a joyful expression as he absorbed the power in his hand into his body. The reason why he used two different powers of wind lightning and two different techniques when fighting against True God Geely was because he was trying to merge the two powers together. Lightning wings spatial flash. The wings behind Zhao Feng's back instantly released a brilliant golden light. With the help of the lightning fire obliteration, Zhao Feng's lightning wings spatial flash was even stronger than before. His figure turned into a scarlet golden bolt of lightning that flashed by. Although he had merged the two powers together, Zhao Feng was still extremely calm. At this moment, True God Geely was completely enraged. If a rank 2 True God circulated his divine power to activate his divine weapon and didn't use his hidden cards, Zhao Feng probably wouldn't even be able to take one move from him. Therefore, Zhao Feng didn't hesitate to escape from this place. You have nowhere to run to in Sky Feather Island. True God Geely turned into a streak of light and chased after him. After a moment of dead silence, the exchange spiritual hall suddenly exploded with rumbling noises. So strong. A peak stage mystic light realm can be so strong. Furthermore, Zhao Feng's speed is so fast. Even True God Geely will have to spend some effort to chase after him. Countless people discussed Zhao Feng and True God Geely throughout the exchange spiritual hall. They had even forgotten about this important moment and the competition for the exchange spiritual hall. However, while others might have forgotten, the blue-eyed ice wolf race wouldn't. Zhao Feng offended the Sky Feather Island Lord, so his record doesn't count. Therefore, the owner of this exchange spiritual hall will be the blue-eyed ice wolf race. The patriarch of the blue-eyed ice wolf race announced in front of everyone. He completely ignored the blazing fire golden sheep race. He didn't put such a weak 4-star power in his eyes at all. On the other side, the shark tooth race and the emerald green feather race wanted to say something, but Shifeng was still present and would definitely stand on the side of the blue-eyed ice wolf race. Furthermore, their people had been defeated by Gu Lan at the start, so they couldn't find any reason to object. Zhao Feng is using Martial Uncle to train his strength and fuse his power. At this moment, Shifeng was still thinking about the battle just now and didn't care about what was happening in the exchange spiritual hall. This time, Shifeng was heavily injured. His proud heart of the martial Dao had been crushed by Zhao Feng. No, this person must die. I must kill him. Shifeng revealed a crazed expression as he flew in the direction that Zhao Feng and True God Geely had left in. He had to personally see Zhao Feng die or else Shifeng wouldn't be able to relax. However, Shifeng suddenly stopped in midair. With a thought, a white token appeared in his hand. Come back. Prepare to head to the Golden Jade race. The Sky Feather Island Lord's voice sounded from the token. Chapter 1164. A scarlet golden bolt of lightning flashed across the top of a mountain range in Sky Feather Island. Then, a shocking ray of light chased after him. Everywhere it passed, everything trembled. Just obediently accept your death. True God Geely snickered coldly. Being a rank 2 true god, his speed was obviously not something that Zhao Feng could compare to. Even though Zhao Feng used the lightning fire obliteration to use the lightning wings spatial flash, True God Geely was still closing in on Zhao Feng. An aura of destruction dragon flames suddenly appeared in heaven and earth. The figure of a black dragon several hundred yards long appeared under Zhao Feng's feet. This is a descendant of the destruction dragon race. True God Geely's heart shook. Although the black destruction serpent dragon only had a wisp of the destruction dragon race's bloodline, this powerful bloodline still suppressed True God Geely. If the black destruction serpent dragon was a true member of the destruction dragon race, True God Geely probably wouldn't even have the courage to stand in front of it. You won't be able to escape even if you take out such a flying spiritual pet. True God Geely snickered coldly. At the same time, he revealed a greedy expression as he looked at the black destruction serpent dragon. Even if this dragon only had a sliver of the annihilation dragon race's bloodline, it would be a great boost to his low-level bloodline. Furthermore, this dragon's strength and talent were not bad. He could enslave it on Sky Feather Island and dominate the region. Who said I was going to escape? Zhao Feng suddenly turned around and looked at True God Geely with battle intent in his eyes. Zhao Feng stood on the black destruction serpent dragon. His body seemed extremely small compared to the black destruction serpent dragon, but his aura and battle intent were so strong that True God Geely's eyes couldn't move away from him. True God Geely's heart shook. Zhao Feng wasn't running away? He took out such a rare spiritual pet just to fight him. Do you think that a serpent dragon with a faint bloodline of the destruction dragon race will be my match? True God Geely couldn't help but laugh mockingly. The black destruction serpent dragon's bloodline did shock him, but the black destruction serpent dragon's cultivation was too low, so it couldn't do much damage to him. The fact that Zhao Feng was so arrogant and took the initiative to come to him was exactly what he wanted. You'll know once you try. Zhao Feng's eyes narrowed as a cold, killing intent surged out. The black destruction serpent dragon turned into a dragon-scaled male and stood next to Zhao Feng. Swoosh. At the next moment, the wings on Zhao Feng's back shone brightly as he charged towards Real God Geely. Lightning Flame Annihilation. A ball of scarlet gold flames appeared on Zhao Feng's right hand, emitting a dazzling golden light. In the center of the flames were countless flashes of platinum lightning. The lightning fire obliteration was the fusion of the fire of wind lightning, the metal of wind lightning, and the god tribulation lightning. Although it was still considered a sacred power, Its power surpassed the limits of sacred power. It was comparable to the divine power that Zhao Feng had refined. However, the lightning fire obliteration was a fusion of 3 different powers. Every time Zhao Feng used the lightning fire obliteration, it was the same as using 3 different powers. Sky-destroying sacred lightning palm. Zhao Feng unleashed a giant palm of scarlet gold flames. This palm radiated a terrifying aura as it pushed toward True God Geely. A peak-stage mystic light realm was attacking a rank 2 true god, and Zhao Feng's attack was extremely ferocious as well. At the same time, the Black Destruction Serpent Dragon also unleashed a ball of destructive flames. Ignorant. Although True God Geely was surprised, he immediately harumphed coldly in disdain. 1. True God Geely circulated his divine power and activated his divine weapon. All he did was simply wave his long blade and slash down. Boom! A pitch-black screen containing limitless power clashed with Zhao Feng and the Black Destruction Serpent Dragon's attacks. Zhao Feng's body moved several miles away. The next instant, a black blade of light whistled past where he was just a moment ago. So strong! Zhao Feng's heart jumped. Although he controlled the power of the God Tribulation Lightning, it only replaced the small amount of divine power in his body. True God Geely's divine power was even stronger, and the power of a true divine weapon was unstoppable. Trying to hit a rock with an egg. True God Geely snickered coldly in disdain as he charged toward Zhao Feng with a murderous aura. Zhao Feng used him to train his strength and fuse his powers together, which made him lose face. True God Geely had to kill Zhao Feng and hang his head on the Exchange Spiritual Hall. Zhao Feng's left eye focused on True God Geely, and wisps of God Tribulation lightning symbols started to appear along with a terrifying undulation of eye bloodline power. This brat's eye intent is close to the level of a true god. True God Geely's heart jumped. He knew that Zhao Feng was going to use an eye bloodline technique. However, True God Geely's soul was so strong. Could Zhao Feng's eye bloodline technique harm him? However, Zhao Feng's left eye suddenly started to light up, and the countless symbols of God Tribulation lightning turned into a ball of God Tribulation lightning flames. Each symbol was surrounded by a wisp of soul eye bloodline flame. Tribulation lightning eye flame. A ball of God Tribulation lightning symbols started to burn and explode in True God Geely's head. Arrogant and conceited. Zhao Feng had a cold expression. He obviously knew that it would be very difficult for him to harm a rank 2 true god with his soul intent. However, the Tribulation lightning eye flame didn't have much to do with his soul intent. It had to do with the amount of God Tribulation lightning. At this moment, Zhao Feng's lightning soul body contained more than 5,000 symbols of God Tribulation lightning, and he had just used half of them. After using the eye bloodline technique, Zhao Feng's God spiritual eye twitched even more, and the mysterious golden ball in the dimension of his god eye started to spin even faster. Go! Zhao Feng and the Black Destruction Serpent Dragon immediately charged at True God Geely. Sky-penetrating finger. Destruction Dragon Blast. Zhao Feng and the Black Destruction Serpent Dragon attacked True God Geely at the same time. Boom! Hoo! True God Geely waved the long blade in his hand and blocked the Black Destruction Serpent Dragon's attack, but Zhao Feng's finger pierced through his body. However, while this sky-penetrating finger could severely injure or kill a rank 1 true god, it wouldn't be able to do much damage to a rank 2 true god. You're courting death. True God Geely became enraged and circulated the ancient bloodline in his body. This was the bloodline of the Ghost Tao, and it made True God Geely's divine body and divine power even stronger. Master, we're not a match for this rank 2 true god with our current strength. The Black Destruction Serpent Dragon said. True God Geely's divine power and divine weapon were too strong. If the Black Destruction Serpent Dragon recovered to the strength of a rank 1 true god, it would have a high chance of winning. However, Zhao Feng shook his head. Even if Zhao Feng didn't fight, True God Geely wouldn't let them go. Furthermore, if Zhao Feng used the misty spatial world to teleport away, True God Geely might very well kill his way to the blazing fire golden sheep race. At that point in time, the several 100,000 members of the blazing fire golden sheep race would all die. Although Zhao Feng didn't have much feelings for this race, He didn't want to see several 100,000 people die because of him. Zhao Feng waved his left hand, and a male radiating a powerful ancient bloodline aura appeared. More helpers? True God Geely's expression became slightly cold. Although this male wasn't very strong, the aura of his bloodline made True God Geely's body shake. Attack together! Zhao Feng roared, and the Black Destruction Serpent Dragon and Zhao Wan attacked at the same time. Earthwood Restriction. Destruction Dragon Thrust. Sky Penetrating Finger. The trio clashed with True God Geely. Zhao Feng and the Black Destruction Serpent Dragon were the vanguard while Zhao Wan was the support. Zhao Feng had reached the early stages of the 7th level of the Sacred Lightning Body and contained the power of God Tribulation Lightning. Normal rank 1 true gods wouldn't be able to do anything to him, and the Black Destruction Serpent Dragon had the Destruction Dragon Body, which was on par with Zhao Feng's body. However, the rank 2 true god using the divine weapon was even more terrifying. The two of them didn't dare to take the attacks head-on. 2 ancient bloodline auras, a descendant of a god eye. True God Geely's heart shook when he saw Zhao Wan hiding behind Zhao Feng. Zhao Wan's body contained 2 powerful ancient bloodline auras, and one of them was from the eyes of myriad forms. One had to know that all god eye descendants were extremely talented in the ancient desolate realm of gods. Once they were discovered, they would be sent to peak 4-star and 5-star forces. All of you will die. True God Geely made up his mind. If Zhao Feng was allowed to leave Sky Feather Island alive, they would definitely become experts in the ancient desolate realm of gods in the future with their talent and potential, and they would definitely come back to take revenge. Black Sha Hell Destruction. True God Geely burned his bloodline and divine power as he gripped his long blade with both hands, and a murderous aura shot into the sky. Not good, a rank 2 true god's killing blow. Zhao Feng's expression changed dramatically. At this moment, True God Geely used a killing blow without caring about the price. Zhao Feng had lured True God Geely out so that he could use some hidden cards, but True God Geely did the same. He used a killing blow against a peak mystic light realm expert without caring about the difference in cultivation. Rumble. Boom. Heaven and earth turned dark as the murderous aura surged into the fierce ghosts and roared. Boom. True God Geely slashed out with the long blade in his hand, and a violent, black, and murderous aura swept toward the trio. Everything in its path was destroyed. After using this move, True God Geely let out a victorious laugh. Even a normal rank 2 true god wouldn't dare to take this attack lightly. Zhao Feng. The Black Destruction Serpent Dragon exclaimed in shock. Such a terrifying attack was aimed at the 3 of them at the same time. Even if the power was split up, it would still be able to severely injure the Black Destruction Serpent Dragon's foundation. He placed his hopes on Zhao Feng. He knew that Zhao Feng had an extremely powerful defensive divine artifact. Once he used it, he would definitely be able to block this attack. Divine weapon? At this critical moment, Zhao Feng was calmer than anyone else. Thoughts flashed through his mind, but he didn't take out the ancient god's seal in the end. This was because the mysterious golden ball in the dimension of his god eye suddenly released a dreamy multicolored light. This power made Zhao Feng's heart shake. This was probably the origin power of his god eye. The Black Destruction Serpent Dragon had an anxious expression when it saw that Zhao Feng was just standing there without taking out his divine weapon. It didn't understand why Zhao Feng wasn't using his divine weapon. Right when it was feeling confused, Zhao Feng's god spiritual eye released a terrifying power. At this instant, a dreamy light flashed through Zhao Feng's left eye before turning into a deep golden light. This aura. The Black Destruction Serpent Dragon's expression changed, and its heart shook. The Black Destruction Serpent Dragon had seen this aura before. Back in the God Corpse, Zhao Feng had used this power and almost killed True God Tian Fa with the help of the other God Eye descendants. However, there was only Zhao Feng right now. Was the power of Zhao Feng's God Eye still so strong? What's going on? True God Geely's smile froze, and his body started to tremble. Zhao Feng's left eye completely locked onto True God Geely's attack. A dreamy multicolored light appeared from the mysterious golden ball in the dimension of his god eye, and this mysterious power instantly started to twist and change. A moment later, a dark and ruthless blade of baleful energy shot out of Zhao Feng's left eye. This attack was the exact same as True God Geely's killing blow. Even its power was extremely close. It was as if it had copied True God Geely's ultimate move. Boom! The two identical ghostly blades clashed together, and heaven and earth turned dark as gravel filled the air. Chapter 1165. Zhao Feng was stunned as he looked at the scene in front of him. Although he was the one who did all of this, he didn't know that it would turn out like this. Boom! In the void, two identical black blades collided with each other, and a terrifying storm of baleful aura surged towards the surrounding heaven and earth. What's going on? The Black Destruction Serpent Dragon was stunned and couldn't understand. It didn't think that something like this would happen after Zhao Feng activated the origin power of the God Eye. What kind of God Eye was the ninth God's Eye? When the black aura dissipated, True God Geely's flabbergasted expression was revealed. Brat, what did you just do? True God Geely's expression changed as he roared in anger. He still couldn't understand what just happened. How could Zhao Feng use Black Sha Hell Destruction? That was his strongest skill. Furthermore, even if Zhao Feng knew this move, it shouldn't have been able to reach such a level of power. Firstly, there was a difference in cultivation, and secondly, Black Sha Hell Destruction was a skill of the Ghost Dao. Zhao Feng didn't have any aura of the Ghost Dao on him, so he shouldn't have been able to use Black Sha Hell Destruction to such a level. However, in reality, Zhao Feng had indeed used Black Sha Hell Destruction, and its power was on par with his. At this moment, Zhao Feng was also thinking and didn't pay attention to what True God Geely was saying. In the past, Zhao Feng's left eye could duplicate resources, so Zhao Feng quickly calmed down after being surprised for a moment. Looks like my duplication ability has increased once again. In the past, I could only duplicate items in the dimension of my left eye, but now, I can duplicate anything in the outside world. Thinking up to there, Zhao Feng's heart shook, and he was overjoyed. The increase in his duplication ability allowed him to have such a terrifying ability. However, the energy required to duplicate someone else's move wasn't something that Zhao Feng could endure. More than half of Zhao Feng's Yuan Qi and I intent had been used up, and his origin power had also been used up. Zhao Feng realized that all aspects of his God's spiritual eye had decreased. It was as if a middle-aged man had instantly become old. The reason for this was naturally because Zhao Feng's God's spiritual eye had lost a large amount of origin energy. At this moment, Zhao Feng finally understood that duplicating resources in the God Eye dimension consumed the origin energy of his eye. However, duplicating resources and duplicating moves were on two completely different levels. Duplicating resources required a lot of time, slowly draining origin energy, and it was almost undetectable. As for duplication, he could instantly draw out his origin energy and push the power of his left eye to its limit. After thinking it through, Zhao Feng lifted his head and looked at real God Geely with a smile. Although Zhao Feng had replicated the previous move and temporarily lowered the power of his left eye, True God Geely was indeed frightened by Zhao Feng. Because no matter how he thought about it, he couldn't understand why Zhao Feng would execute such a powerful ghost fiend hell extermination. Kid, answer me. How do you know my battle skill? Although True God Geely was slightly scared, Zhao Feng was only at the peak stages of the mystic light realm, so his arrogance soon appeared once more. Hee, why don't you guess? Zhao Feng couldn't help but snicker. Even the little thieving cat and the Black Destruction Serpent Dragon didn't know the secret of his God's spiritual eye, so how could he tell True God Geely? You're courting death. The veins on True God Geely's forehead bulged after hearing Zhao Feng's reply. 1. True God Geely poured his divine power into the divine weapon in his hand and prepared to take action. Right at this moment, Zhao Feng's left eye suddenly released a strong surge of eye intent. Black Ghost Fiend Hell Extermination. Zhao Feng roared. What? True God Geely's body shook, and he couldn't help but take a few steps back. However, the next instant he realized that Zhao Feng didn't use his Black Destruction Hell Extermination. Zhao Feng was just scaring him. True God Geely's expression was filled with anger and embarrassment. He was a rank 2 true god, but he was scared by a peak-stage mystic light realm expert. If this spread, he would lose all his face in the future. However, at that moment, a pitch-black, cold ripple stealthily swept towards him from the void. Not good. True God Geely's expression changed dramatically, and he circulated his divine power to protect himself. A black ripple pierced through his chest. With a flash of gray and silver, the little thieving cat immediately ran back to Zhao Feng's side. Meow meow. The little thieving cat told Zhao Feng what happened just now. At the critical moment, True God Geely used his divine power to block most of the damage from the little thieving cat's attack. That's enough. Zhao Feng had a cold expression as he stared at True God Geely's soul. From the start of the battle, Zhao Feng told the little thieving cat to hide on the side. This way, True God Geely's guard would be lower, and the little thieving cat's assassination would be more successful. However, True God Geely was so cautious. As expected of an experienced rank 2 True God. Damn it, shameless brat. A trickle of blood leaked out of True God Geely's mouth. He didn't expect Zhao Feng to be so cunning. The reason Zhao Feng scared him was to give the hidden spiritual pet a chance to assassinate him. Furthermore, this spiritual pet had a terrifying divine weapon. Luckily, its cultivation wasn't high, or else True God Geely would have died here. Go! Zhao Feng roared. God-destroying finger. Zhao Feng circulated the lightning fire obliteration and charged toward True God Geely. You're courting death. Although True God Geely was injured, he wasn't scared. Destruction Dragon Blast. The Black Destruction Serpent Dragon also closed in and waved its paws, unleashing waves of scarlet-black draconic flames. The little thieving cat had already been exposed, so it obviously couldn't hide anymore. It took out the dark golden dragon snake whip around its neck and lashed at True God Geely. Heaviness of earth, entanglement of wood. Zhao Wan kept on suppressing and affecting True God Geely. At this moment, everyone was working together, and Zhao Feng didn't even need to use any hidden cards to slowly suppress True God Geely. Damn it, you're bullying me with numbers. True God Geely roared in anger. He wasn't scared when Zhao Feng teamed up with the Black Destruction Serpent Dragon just now. However, the little thieving cat also joined in at this moment. The little thieving cat was extremely cunning and specialized in ambushes. Zhao Wan was also using the eyes of myriad forms to affect his strength. Hee, this counts as bullying me with numbers? Little Black and the little thieving cat are my spiritual pets, and he's my clone. Zhao Feng couldn't help but laugh. You. True God Geely's expression was filled with hatred, but he had nothing to say. He could only hate that Zhao Feng had 2 such strong spiritual pets, and Zhao Feng's clone wasn't simple either. It even had the eyes of myriad forms. True God Geely's clone was still in the palace, and he didn't bring it out. Furthermore, the strength of his clone was average, so it wouldn't affect the battle much even if he brought it out. This thought appeared in True God Geely's heart. If this continued, he would be surrounded by Zhao Feng and company until he died. True God Geely turned into a streak of light and sped into the distance. At the same time, a token appeared in his hand, and True God Geely sent a message. Where do you think you're going? Zhao Feng waved his hand and put Little Black, the little thieving cat, and Zhao Wan into the misty spatial world before flying away. A glittering golden bow appeared in Zhao Feng's hand. This bow was the substandard god weapon that Lu Wei had used to assassinate Zhao Feng. After Lu Wei was killed, this substandard god weapon obviously fell into Zhao Feng's hands. This bow was called Instant Sky, and it was an assassination bow. Its attacks were as fast as lightning. Although the unique characteristics of this bow weren't as good as the Sky Locking Bow, it was still a substandard god weapon, and its abilities surpassed the Sky Locking Bow in every aspect. Zhao Feng merged a surge of lightning fire obliteration and merged it into Instant Sky. With a flash of golden light, a scarlet-red flaming arrow pierced through several dozen thousand miles and brushed past True God Geely's shoulder. If Lu Wei could see this, he would definitely be stunned. Instant Sky was an assassination bow, and it was suitable for assassination, not pursuit, especially when it was so far away. This bow doesn't have the ability to lock onto targets. Luckily, I have the god's spiritual eye. This bow wasn't suitable for pursuit, but when used together with Zhao Feng's left eye, it could make up for this shortcoming. Zhao Feng's left eye's vision was extremely wide, and it locked onto true God Geely. Whenever he found an opportunity, he would shoot out an arrow of lightning fire obliteration. After familiarizing himself with instant sky, Zhao Feng's arrows became more accurate. Slowly but surely, true God Geely's injuries became more serious, and his speed started to slow down. Zhao Feng summoned Little Black and told him to chase after true God Geely with Zhao Feng, while Zhao Feng used instant sky to chase after true God Geely. Zhao Feng, let me go, and I promise not to cause trouble for you. True God Geely's entire body was scorched black, and his face was pale white. At this moment, he had been chased by Zhao Feng for a month, and he was severely injured. He wasn't Zhao Feng's match anymore. Zhao Feng snickered coldly but didn't say anything. If true God Geely didn't cause trouble for Zhao Feng, the latter would definitely send someone else to cause trouble for him. True God Geely definitely wouldn't let him go. Zhao Feng, we're getting closer and closer to the Sky Feather Island Lord's territory. Quickly finish him off. The Black Destruction Serpent Dragon said at this moment. Although true God Geely was being chased by Zhao Feng, the route he was taking was in no one's territory because he didn't want others to see him being chased by Zhao Feng to such a sorry state. His final destination was obviously the Sky Feather Island Lord's territory. Tribulation Lightning Eye Flame. Without saying anything else, Zhao Feng condensed almost 4,000 symbols of God Tribulation Lightning and unleashed his most terrifying Tribulation Lightning Eye Bloodline technique. A ball of lightning exploded in true God Geely's head. True God Geely hugged his head and screamed in pain. However, true God Geely suddenly revealed a deadly smile. You're dead. My second brother is here. True God Geely, who was extremely weak, looked at Zhao Feng and the Black Destruction Serpent Dragon as if he was looking at dead people. True God Geely had already sent a message to his second brother to ask for help when they were escaping, but he didn't tell his first brother, the Sky Feather Island Lord. It was just too embarrassing. However, his second brother, True God Greyshaw, was a rank 3 True God and could easily kill Zhao Feng. Boom! Black clouds started to churn in the distant sky, and a ghostly aura crushed over. Impudence! How dare you attack the Sky Feather Island Lord's subordinate? A cold-looking old man with skin the color of bones dashed over. Do you think you can live if he's here? Zhao Feng's expression turned cold as a terrifying bloodline divine power spread from his index finger. At the same time, a ball of lightning fire obliteration surrounded it. At the same time, the Black Destruction Serpent Dragon beneath his feet released black flames of destruction. Sky-penetrating finger. Destruction Dragon Breath. The Black Destruction Serpent Dragon's Destruction Dragon Breath used its origin power of destruction. You dare to kill me? True God Geely's expression was filled with fear as a coldness of death spread across his body. However, he was too weak at this moment and couldn't block the attacks of Zhao Feng and the Black Destruction Serpent Dragon. Boom! The destruction attacks from the two instantly destroyed True God Geely. Arg, you're courting death. How dare you kill my third brother? In the distant sky, True God Greyshaw had a twisted expression as he leapt toward Zhao Feng like a devil from hell. Rank 3 True God. Zhao Feng's expression changed. He knew that he would offend the forces of the Sky Feather Island Lord when he chased after True God Geely, but there was nothing he could do about it. Shi Feng wouldn't let him go, True God Geely wouldn't let him go, and the forces of the Sky Feather Island Lord wouldn't let him go either. If that was the case, then Zhao Feng didn't hesitate at all. He would kill every single one of the Sky Feather Island Lord's subordinates. Chapter 1166. The reason why the Sky Feather Island Lord ruled over Sky Feather Island wasn't because his forces were strong. They only had 3 experts and 3 powerful true gods. Apart from them, there were only a few disciples and servants in the Island Lord's palace. Although it was an island, the size of Sky Feather Island was equivalent to the entire Great Gone Lord dynasty. From this, one could see how strong these 3 were to be able to rule over Sky Feather Island. All 3 of them were strong existences amongst those of the same cultivation. The person Zhao Feng just killed was just the weakest of them. Even so, Zhao Feng still used many hidden cards and had the Black Destruction Serpent Dragon and Zhao Wan assist him while the little thieving cat ambushed him. At this moment, the second-in-command of the Sky Feather Island Lord's forces, True God Grisha, charged toward Zhao Feng. There were 9 ranks of True Gods. Although the difference between each rank wasn't that terrifying, a rank 3 True God wasn't someone that Zhao Feng could fight right now. Even if Zhao Feng wanted to use this life-or-death situation to squeeze out his potential, he wouldn't clash head-on with such a powerful rank 3 True God. Zhao Feng prepared to use the Misty Spatial World, but he hesitated for a moment. Once I use the Misty Spatial World to leave, this person will definitely try to find me and might even attack the blazing fire golden sheep race. Zhao Feng's heart dropped. Although the blazing fire golden sheep race was as small as an ant in True God Gisha's eyes, if the other party couldn't find him, he would definitely attack the blazing fire golden sheep race to regain some face. Right as Zhao Feng was hesitating, True God Grisha arrived. So fast! Zhao Feng's heart jumped. True God Gili's speed was slightly faster than Zhao Feng's, but True God Gisha's speed was even faster. He was still several dozen thousand miles away, but Zhao Feng only thought for a moment before he arrived. You dare to kill my third brother? That True God Grisha had a savage expression and an angry expression. In reality, he didn't pay much attention to True God Gili when he asked for help. In his opinion, no one in the entire Sky Feather Island was a match for True God Gili. Moreover, they didn't dare to kill True God Gili. Hence, True God Grisha didn't rush over with full force. However, he didn't expect to see True God Gili's death when he arrived. This meant that True God Grisha was partially responsible for True God Gili's death. If his big brother knew about this, he would be punished as well. Hence, real God Grisha had to kill Zhao Feng. Boom! Like a ghost mountain, a chilling and domineering fist pressed down on Zhao Feng. Master, what should we do? The Black Destruction Serpent Dragon was shocked. The enemy this time was a rank 3 True God, and it was a terrifying True God that cultivated the Ghost Dao. The Black Destruction Serpent Dragon's cultivation was too low, so it didn't have the ability to run or defend. It could only place its hopes on Zhao Feng. The little thieving cat had already snuck into the Misty Spatial World. There's no time to hide in the Misty Spatial World or teleport. Zhao Feng's eyes darkened. Whether it was entering the Misty Spatial World or teleporting, they both needed time, and teleporting required a stable space. Zhao Feng's eyes tightened, and a triangular piece of metal appeared in his hand. The triangular piece of metal instantly turned into a black shield. Zhao Feng held the divine weapon and faced the attack of a rank 3 True God. A black arc of light blocked True God Gisha's attack. In reality, Zhao Feng could also use the duplication ability of the God Eye to block this attack, but duplicating the attack of a rank 3 True God would expend a lot more energy, so Zhao Feng chose to use the divine weapon to block it. True God Gisha's killing intent toward Zhao Feng might become even stronger now that he had such a powerful divine weapon, but that didn't matter. He wouldn't let Zhao Feng go in the first place. This is a defensive divine weapon? True God Gisha's eyes were filled with surprise. Even if Zhao Feng had a defensive divine weapon, he wouldn't be able to block his attack so easily. This meant that the defensive divine weapon in Zhao Feng's hand wasn't just a low-quality divine weapon. It was very likely an average-quality divine weapon or even better. True God Gisha's eyes were filled with greed. Zhao Feng quickly retreated after blocking this attack and covered the Black Destruction Serpent Dragon and Zhao Wan with his intent. The figures of Zhao Feng's group of 3 vanished. The Black Destruction Serpent Dragon paused for a moment within the Misty Spatial World before saying, Master, it's useless to hide in the Misty Spatial World. It's useless to hide here? Zhao Feng was surprised. After reaching the level of a true god, one's comprehension of any intent in heaven and earth will reach a whole new level, including the intent of space. Although we're hiding in the Misty Spatial World, we're still within the laws of space. This person's strength is extraordinary, so he'll definitely be able to sense where we're hiding. The Black Destruction Serpent Dragon's eyesight was very high. The moment it said this, the little world that Zhao Feng was in started to shake. How stupid. You think I won't be able to find you just because you're hiding in a little world? Looks like you're just country bumpkins from another dimension. True God Guisha laughed savagely. He had already found where Zhao Feng and company were hiding. All he needed to do was guard this place and continuously attack this dimension to force them out. True God Guisha had already prepared his killing move. Once Zhao Feng and company appeared, only death awaited them. Boom! True God Guisha punched through the air. This punch didn't seem to contain much power, but it contained a large amount of laws that entered the air and caused heaven and earth to tremble. True God Guisha obviously wasn't strong enough to destroy the structure of the ancient desolate realm of gods, but he only needed to shake this dimension and cause it to tremble slightly to deal heavy damage to the other dimensions hidden within. Within the misty spatial world, the black destruction serpent dragon quickly said, "Master, if this continues, the little world within the misty spatial world will be destroyed by this person." What? Destroyed? Zhao Feng's expression changed, and he started to panic. Once the misty spatial world was destroyed, wouldn't all the resources within it be revealed? However, at this moment he would die even if he went out. Could it be that he had nowhere to run? No, there's still a way out. Zhao Feng revealed a faint smile as his intent entered his left eye. In the outside world, True God Guisha was still attacking the dimension and causing it to tremble. Come out. True God Guisha revealed a cold smile as he punched out. He was confident that this punch would be able to force Zhao Feng and company to appear. Boom. True God Guisha's punch landed in the air once again, and the power within it seeped into the dimension. However, his expression froze. How is this possible? I can't feel them anymore? True God Guisha started to panic. Just now, he suddenly couldn't feel where Zhao Feng and company were hiding. There was nothing strange about this dimension either. The dimension that Zhao Feng and company were hiding in seemed to have disappeared into thin air. A golden-haired figure suddenly appeared within the ancient dream realm. Zhao Feng then sent his intent into the misty spatial world and didn't find anything strange. In reality, Zhao Feng's consciousness, soul, and body were able to enter the ancient desolate realm of gods a long time ago. It was very likely that Zhao Feng had absorbed too much ancient aura and formed the ancient desolate origin chi. As expected, I completely disappeared from the ancient desolate realm of gods after entering it. I wonder what kind of dimension the ancient dream realm is and where it is in the fan universe. Zhao Feng gave a joyful smile and sighed. True God Guisha is about to leave. Zhao Feng could sense the situation outside through the misty spatial world. However, could Zhao Feng let True God Guisha leave just like that? If he couldn't find Zhao Feng, True God Guisha would definitely search the entire island and even attack the blazing fire golden sheep race. Zhao Feng returned to the misty spatial world once more. In the outside world, True God Guisha, who was about to leave, suddenly felt a faint disturbance in space and found where Zhao Feng was hiding. Damn it, he's still here. True God Guisha was slightly angry. Just as he was about to attack, space returned to normal, and the target he had locked onto just now had disappeared. How is this possible? What's going on? True God Guisha couldn't understand and was filled with embarrassment and anger. He couldn't do anything to a peak stage mystic light realm brat? That brat is definitely still hiding here. True God Guisha revealed a thoughtful expression. He wasn't able to force Zhao Feng and company out, but if he left, Zhao Feng would definitely take the chance to leave. I don't believe that you'll never come out. True God Guisha roared in anger as he took out a communication token. All of you, come over here. True God Guisha sent out a message. All the servants and disciples in the Sky Feather Island Lord's territory instantly gathered toward where True God Guisha was. Now that the Sky Feather Island Lord was taking Shifeng to the Blue Ocean Bay's Golden Jade race, True God Guisha was in charge of Sky Feather Island. More than 2 months later, 20 servants and 3 disciples arrived at this place. Of the 20 servants, 10 were peak stage mystic light realm, and 10 were demigods. The other 3 disciples were all demigods, but their strength definitely surpassed normal demigods. Guard this place and set up the Heaven Luo Earth Sha array. True God Guisha roared coldly, and the group started to move. Apart from the Sky Feather Island Lord's territory, another forbidden ground had appeared in Sky Feather Island. The people of Sky Feather Island had set up an extremely powerful array in this forbidden ground. Rank 1 true gods would definitely die if they entered it, and even rank 2 true gods would find it hard to break through. However, no force in Sky Feather Island dared to offend the people of Sky Feather Island even though the Sky Feather Island Lord wasn't here anymore. However, the forces of Sky Feather Island were extremely curious. Why did the people of the Sky Feather Island Lord set up an array here? Even true god Grayshaw was lingering nearby. Just what kind of secret was there? On the other side of the ancient desolate realm of gods, there was an extremely black mountain that reached into the clouds. However, the clouds around this black mountain were also extremely thick. Even divine sense was unable to pass through. Within a large hall sat many mysterious figures. These people's auras were extremely strong, and none of them were weaker than true god Grayshaw. There was a weird body that was as black as water at the top of the hall. It had no facial features, so it was impossible to see its expression. Reporting to Lord God, Exen Wuhing hasn't been found yet. A male in black armor kneeled on one knee outside the hall with a respectful expression. A bunch of trash. An invisible soul voice sounded from the body that was as black as water, but it made the hearts of all the experts present shake. Right at this moment, a figure entered the hall once more. Lord God, I've found the disturbance of the ancient god seal in the northwestern region of the Gulong zone. As soon as the words were spoken, many of the cultivators were astounded. The previous oppressive atmosphere instantly dissipated. Lord God, this is a long journey. This subordinate is willing to go and take back the ancient god's seal. At this moment, a male wearing dark purple robes stood up. He naturally had to be the first to accomplish such a great deed. Damn it! A bone-chilling voice rang out as a male with a pitch-black face covered in purple tattoos stood up. The person who spoke just now instantly revealed a faint smile and sat down. Ancient God Black Heaven, we must take back the ancient god seal. Anyone who obstructs us will be eliminated. The figure that was as black as water instantly disappeared after saying this, as if it had never existed in the first place. The figures in the hall also slowly dispersed. Chapter 1167. Zhao Feng obviously noticed the killing array outside, but he wasn't in a rush to leave. The ancient dream realm was extremely similar to the ancient desolate realm of gods, so there was no difference between Zhao Feng and the ancient desolate realm of gods. If it wasn't for the fact that he had too many things to do, Zhao Feng could have stayed in the ancient dream realm forever. The black destruction serpent dragon within the misty spatial world was extremely curious as to why true god Grayshaw didn't continue to force them out. It definitely wasn't because Grayshaw was kind enough to stop, but because he couldn't force them out of the misty spatial world. The black destruction serpent dragon wasn't dumb. It immediately guessed that the reason for this was Zhao Feng. Every time Zhao Feng returned to the misty spatial world, he would only be there for an instant before disappearing. The black destruction serpent dragon didn't know where Zhao Feng went, and it wouldn't know if Zhao Feng didn't want to tell it. However, that didn't matter as long as they were safe. In order to survive, Zhao Feng would definitely give the black destruction serpent dragon resources to increase its cultivation and then kill his way out. Within the ancient dream realm, Zhao Feng stood on the back of a giant black ape. This black ape had a fierce and terrifying expression, and its eyes sparkled with a dark light. It had a pair of black wings on its back and radiated a wicked aura. This was Zhao Feng's strongest spiritual pet, the black-winged demonic ape. Its cultivation had reached rank 2 true god, and it was ranked 632nd among the 10,000 ancient races. Master, the blue-eyed ice wolf race can't be underestimated. Although their bloodline isn't as good as mine, they have a lot of people. The black-winged demonic ape said to Zhao Feng. Hee, do you think we'd be scared of them? Zhao Feng smiled confidently. Behind him, countless beasts formed a terrifying horde that followed Zhao Feng's footsteps. Although there were many weak beasts, Zhao Feng had always won with numbers in the ancient dream realm. Moreover, battles and slaughters could eliminate the weak and temper the strong. This was the law of survival of the fittest, the survival of the fittest. Zhao Feng soon arrived at the territory of the blue-eyed ice wolf race. This was a dense and towering forest filled with icy mist. Many of the trees were covered in a layer of ice crystals. In the center of this forest, there was a pond of ice and snow. Of course, some of the natural treasures here were also of the ice and water attribute. At this time, the blue-eyed ice wolf tribe had gathered at the edge of the forest as if they were guarding their territory. Although their eyes were vicious, there was also a sliver of fear in them. This was because Zhao Feng's beast horde was simply too large. Human, what is the meaning of this? An incomparably large blue-eyed ice wolf emitted a biting cold aura from its body. Upon closer inspection, Zhao Feng discovered that this blue-eyed ice wolf was a rank 3 true god. Feng, I and you will too, I will Feng to you. Zhao Feng coldly said. Zhao Feng to the ice to god. Feng, Chen Blue, the Feng, Dragon Blue, god. In truth, Zhao Feng was also extremely confused. Why didn't the powerful beasts in the ancient dream realm take human form? Almost all the races in the ancient desolate realm of gods took human form. Impossible. The blue-eyed ice wolf race will never submit to a lowly race like you. The giant blue-eyed ice wolf said coldly. Then I'll make you submit. Zhao Feng waved his hand, and the beast army behind him charged forward. Zhao Feng didn't just stand around. He charged into the icy mist forest with the black-winged demon ape. Zhao Feng didn't come to the ancient dream realm to play around. He came to fight for resources, kill, and increase his strength. Once he was strong enough, Zhao Feng would naturally return to the ancient desolate realm of gods and kill true god Geely. Zhao Feng and the black-winged demon ape charged at the strongest expert of the blue-eyed ice wolf race. So fast. Zhao Feng was stunned. The blue-eyed ice wolf specialized in ice and water intent. At the same time, it was extremely agile, which countered the black-winged demon ape. On the other hand, Zhao Feng's current strength wasn't enough to face a rank 3 true god blue-eyed ice wolf head-on. He could only hide behind the black-winged demon ape and attack it. From the looks of it, I need to learn a new flying technique. Zhao Feng's eyes focused. After coming to the ancient desolate realm of gods, Zhao Feng's advantage in speed started to weaken. In his battle with true god Geely, Zhao Feng was slightly slower than him, and true god Geely's speed completely surpassed Zhao Feng's. This blue-eyed ice wolf was also extremely fast. Even if Zhao Feng and the black-winged demon ape worked together, they still wouldn't be able to do anything to it. Zhao Feng's lightning wings flying technique and lightning wings spatial flash were too low-level. Even if his wind lightning sacred power was extremely strong, it wouldn't be able to make up for the difference in the quality of his flying techniques. Tribulation Lightning Eye Flame. Wisps of God Tribulation lightning symbols started to condense in Zhao Feng's left eye. Since he couldn't do anything to the blue-eyed ice wolf in terms of speed, Zhao Feng could only use other methods. The damage of the Tribulation Lightning Eye Flame was related to the God Tribulation lightning symbols. Even if Zhao Feng's soul intent wasn't as strong as the blue-eyed ice wolf's, he could still deal significant damage to it. However, what surprised Zhao Feng was that the blue-eyed ice wolf's resistance to Zhao Feng's Tribulation Lightning Eye Flame was also very strong. Aurora Illusion. The blue-eyed ice wolf's eyes suddenly focused on Zhao Feng and radiated a powerful ice-cold eye bloodline. Not good. The blue-eyed ice wolf's bloodline is both an ice-water bloodline and an eye bloodline. Zhao Feng's expression changed slightly. Although the blue-eyed ice wolf's eye bloodline was very weak, its cultivation was very high. If Zhao Feng was hit by it, it wouldn't be good. God Eye Duplication. In the ancient dream realm, Zhao Feng used the new ability of his left eye without hesitation. A dreamy rainbow flashed through Zhao Feng's left eye, which then turned into a faint golden light. BZZ. A similar ice-cold illusion shot out of Zhao Feng's left eye. How is this possible? What was that energy just now? The blue-eyed ice wolf was shocked and slowed down. It stared in shock at Zhao Feng's left eye, and fear slowly appeared in its eyes. Go, Black-winged demon ape. Zhao Feng's expression was also shocked as he gave the order. For some reason, the blue-eyed ice wolf was no longer as strong as before. Under the attacks of Zhao Feng, the black-winged demon ape, and the other Yao beasts, it quickly lost the ability to fight and was branded with a dark heart seal by Zhao Feng. With the strongest member of the blue-eyed ice wolf race enslaved, the battle quickly came to an end. All of you go organize the spoils of war and then report back to me. After giving this order, Zhao Feng no longer cared about these Yao beasts. This was because when he was using the God Eye duplication and circulating his origin energy, Zhao Feng suddenly sensed something strange. This strange feeling didn't exist in the ancient desolate realm of gods, only in the ancient dream realm. Zhao Feng suddenly sensed that the ancient dream realm's suppression on him had weakened. It could also be said that the ancient dream realm had accepted Zhao Feng. Zhao Feng had become one with the ancient dream realm, and everything around him felt intimate and natural to Zhao Feng. Zhao Feng's eyes brightened as he suddenly thought of a possibility. If my left eye can become a God Eye, the ancient dream realm will be the equivalent of my God Eye origin dimension. This phenomenon can be explained by the fact that I already have a sliver of control over this dimension. Zhao Feng excitedly muttered to himself. If Zhao Feng's conjecture was correct, then when his God Eye fully awakened, the ancient dream realm would be completely under his control, and Zhao Feng would be the supreme ruler of the ancient dream realm. At that time, all the resources of the ancient dream realm would be available for Zhao Feng to take, and the powerful races here would be his helpers. But this was just Zhao Feng's conjecture. I have to get stronger to prove all this. Zhao Feng's eyes were extremely determined, and his desire to get stronger intensified. It didn't take long before Zhao Feng's Yao Beast Horde reported the results of this battle to Zhao Feng. The Yao Beast Horde had suffered rather heavy losses in this battle. After all, the blue-eyed ice wolf race was an extremely vicious race that was skilled in ice, water, and illusions. At the same time, Zhao Feng's harvest from this battle was the greatest. Other than a large amount of ice water, there were also 2 substandard god crystal veins and an ice Dao inheritance ground. There's an inheritance here? Zhao Feng was slightly shocked. He had never seen something like this before. However, at this moment, Zhao Feng didn't bother with this inheritance ground. Instead, he went next to a substandard god crystal vein. Take! Zhao Feng directly put the substandard god crystal vein into the misty spatial world. The black destruction serpent dragon, who was cultivating in the misty spatial world, suddenly opened its eyes. A giant vein flashing with white light smashed into an empty area, and dense heaven-earth yuan qi instantly started to surge. A substandard god crystal vein. The black destruction serpent dragon's mouth was wide open in disbelief. This time, Zhao Feng had directly thrown out a substandard god crystal vein. One had to know that a substandard god crystal vein was the foundation of a 4-star race, and it was something that the entire race valued the most. Without a crystal vein, a 4-star race would definitely fall and disappear from the ancient desolate realm of gods. In contrast to the black destruction serpent dragon's shock, Zhao Wan, Zhao Wang, and the little thieving cat were unmoved. Where did this brat go? How could he take out such a rare item? The black destruction serpent dragon's eyes kept on turning. It wanted to go where Zhao Feng was, but Zhao Feng definitely wouldn't tell it. If the black destruction serpent dragon was at its peak strength, it obviously wouldn't care about this substandard god crystal vein, but at Zhao Feng's level, it was a miracle that he could have won. Little black, bury the crystal vein in the ground. Zhao Feng's voice sounded in the black destruction serpent dragon's mind. The black destruction serpent dragon was extremely helpless and did as Zhao Feng said. Only a few beings within the misty spatial world could use this substandard god crystal vein, and its effects were extremely obvious. The cultivation speed of the black destruction serpent dragon, Zhao Wan, and the little thieving cat instantly doubled. Members of various races continuously appeared around the array that the Sky Feather Island Lord's people had set up. They all wanted to know why the Sky Feather Island Lord's people had set up such a terrifying array here. The array was in the air, and there was nothing inside it. It had already been a month, but the Sky Feather Island Lord's people hadn't left yet. What's going on? Could some treasure be about to appear here? All the intelligence personnel of Sky Feather Island surrounded this area. However, a few races in this area guessed a possibility. After True God Geely chased after Zhao Feng, the two of them hadn't appeared again. True God Grisha then set up an array here and personally guarded this place. They were all guessing if True God Grisha was waiting for Zhao Feng, but it was just a guess. They didn't know where Zhao Feng had gone or why True God Grisha would set up a killing array in the air. True God Gisha's divine sense was still paying attention to the array in a cave several dozen thousand miles away from the Heaven Luo Earth Sha array. It's appeared again. True God Gisha's eyes suddenly flashed, but they soon dimmed down. Every time the disturbance in space appeared, it would only appear for an instant, as if it was toying with True God Grisha. In the span of a month, the disturbance in space had appeared 3 times. However, True God Grisha had to kill Zhao Feng or else he wouldn't be able to explain himself to the Sky Feather Island Lord. Furthermore, the treasures on Zhao Feng were extremely tempting. However, at this moment, apart from True God Grisha, no one else in the Sky Feather Island Lord's forces could sense the dimension hidden in heaven and earth. Therefore, True God Grisha had to guard this place to prevent Zhao Feng from escaping. Let's see how long you can hide for. True God Grisha had an ugly expression. He didn't believe that Zhao Feng could hide in that unknown dimension forever. Chapter 1168. In the territory of the blue-eyed ice wolf race in the ancient dream realm, there was a pond of ice, and there was an inheritance of ice at the bottom of the pond. However, the blue-eyed ice wolf race was ranked towards the back of the 10,000 ancient races, so this inheritance wasn't very strong. Zhao Feng specialized in the Tao of Fire and the Tao of Wind Lightning, and he was currently cultivating the Tao of Metal, so Zhao Feng didn't have any extra time to cultivate the Tao of Ice. However, to Zhao Wan, this was an excellent place to train. Zhao Feng soon brought Zhao Wan and Zhao Wang into the ancient dream realm, and the territory of the blue-eyed ice wolf race became Zhao Wan's personal cultivation ground. Although his cultivation was still at the peak stages of the mystic light realm, his overall strength was increasing rapidly. Zhao Feng quickly sped through the ancient dream realm. The suppression of the ancient dream realm on me has decreased. My speed is even faster here. Zhao Feng gave a faint smile as he arrived at the peak of a mountain. Apart from speed, Zhao Feng's senses and eyesight had also increased. Zhao Feng had the god's spiritual eye, and his eyesight was already very strong. Now, it was even more terrifying. He could see more than 100,000 miles away in the ancient dream realm. However, if Zhao Feng returned to the ancient desolate realm of gods, all of this would disappear. Several resources and god crystals appeared in front of Zhao Feng as he sat down. In order to increase his strength, substandard god crystals weren't enough for Zhao Feng anymore. Although god crystals were rare, Zhao Feng had several substandard god crystal veins in the ancient dream realm. The essence of these substandard god crystal veins would occasionally produce god crystals, and Zhao Feng could use his left eye to duplicate them. Zhao Feng circulated the 5-elemental wind lightning technique and absorbed the pure divine power and heaven-earth yuan qi from the resources within the god crystals. At the same time, Zhao Feng circulated the lightning fire obliteration and combined it with the power of god tribulation lightning within his sacred lightning body to refine his sacred lightning body. These were all external cultivation, while Zhao Feng's soul world was deducing secret flying techniques. After coming to the ancient desolate realm of gods, Zhao Feng had killed too many demigods, including True God Geely. These experts all had a lot of movement skills and spatial techniques in their interspatial dimensions. Zhao Feng understood them all and prepared to create a speed secret technique that was suitable for him. The Thunder Wings flying art contains the Tao of wind and thunder, but the wind is graceful and agile. It is suitable for evasive movement techniques, but its speed is inferior to thunder. Thus, I can abandon the concept of wind. Metal is as fast as light and can pierce through everything. Its speed is on par with lightning. If I can deduce a secret flying technique of the Tao of metal lightning, the effects should be pretty good. Soon, Zhao Feng sorted out the general direction. However, it was simply too difficult to derive a speed secret technique on his own. It would be great if he could use the metal lightning flight technique as reference. A month passed by very quickly, and Zhao Feng had made a lot of progress in the 5-elemental wind lightning technique and the Golden Kuan's sacred lightning body, but he still hadn't figured out the flight mystic technique. Zhao Feng directly took out 2 vine fruits. One was golden, and the other was dark blue. These 2 vine fruits contained the concept of metal and lightning respectively, and the crystal walls on them had completely disappeared. The instant the 2 vine fruits appeared, Zhao Feng entered a world of golden light and lightning. Tens of thousands of lightning bolts surged in this world, and golden light shot everywhere. Another month passed, and Zhao Feng's eyes suddenly opened. Wang, a pair of scarlet golden wings of lightning formed behind Zhao Feng's back, and he instantly shot into the clouds. Soon, the wings behind Zhao Feng slowly turned into a pair of dazzling golden wings of lightning, and the power of metal in heaven and earth surged toward Zhao Feng. Heaven and earth lit up with golden light. Zhao Feng suddenly sped forward, and the pair of pure golden wings behind him left behind a faint golden streak of light. Zhao Feng's speed became faster and faster, and it was as if he could pierce through everything. Nothing could stop his flying footsteps. Zhao Feng was like a blazing streak of golden light that quickly flew through the sky. It was impossible to see his figure. Not counting the advantages of the ancient dream realm, if I were in the ancient desolate realm of gods, my current speed would be twice as fast as using the lightning wings flying technique. Zhao Feng revealed a joyful expression. This was a flying technique that Zhao Feng had just derived. As he comprehended the concept of metal, Zhao Feng's flying technique would become even faster. When deriving flying techniques, Zhao Feng only used divine rank secret techniques as reference. Thus, the flying technique that Zhao Feng derived would be at least divine rank. Next, I should try out spatial techniques. Zhao Feng had an excited and expectant expression. Wang, the pure golden wings on Zhao Feng's back instantly turned into a wave of golden blue lightning. Countless lightning bolts crisscrossed each other. Lightning radiance escape. As Zhao Feng flew, the wings on his back gave off a deafening boom. In a flash, Zhao Feng's body seemed to turn into a bolt of lightning, instantly flashing tens of thousands of li away, like a bolt of lightning exploding out of nowhere. Flying techniques are based on the Tao of metal, with the Tao of wind and lightning as support. Spatial techniques are based on the Tao of lightning, with the Tao of metal and wind as support. This was the core of Zhao Feng's flying technique. I'll call it the Metal Lightning Radiance Wings technique. Zhao Feng named the flying technique he had deduced. Of course, this was just a secret technique that Zhao Feng had just derived, and there was still room for improvement. In the following period of time, Zhao Feng started to cultivate this secret technique and continuously improved it. All the Yao beasts in Zhao Feng's territory could see dazzling golden light or rumbling lightning flashing across the sky every day. 3 months later, Zhao Feng's Metal Lightning Radiance Wings technique had been perfected, and his flying and spatial techniques had become much stronger than before. It was now at least at the middle stage of the divine realm. Zhao Feng's comprehension of the Tao of metal lightning was also of great help to the 5-elemental wind lightning technique and the Golden Kuan's sacred lightning body. In just half a year, Zhao Feng had cultivated these 2 techniques to the early stages, and they were extremely stable. He could break through to the late stages at any time. All aspects of Zhao Feng's strength had become stronger. Master, true God Geisha has left. The Black Destruction Serpent Dragon's voice sounded in Zhao Feng's mind at this moment. Zhao Feng had been in the ancient dream realm for a while now, so he didn't care about what was happening in the outside world. He only told the Black Destruction Serpent Dragon to pay attention to what was happening outside, especially true God Geisha. He's left. Zhao Feng's figure slowly disappeared from the ancient dream realm and appeared in the misty spatial world. If true God Geisha was here right now, he would immediately sense the disturbance in the heaven Luo Earth Sha array and attack the space where the misty spatial world was hiding. However, there was nothing happening in the outside world. From the looks of it, true God Geisha had truly left. It's very likely that he went to the blazing fire golden sheep race to investigate me. Zhao Feng murmured in his heart as he started to think. The blazing fire golden sheep race was like an ant in the eyes of a rank 3 true god. Whether or not they were killed depended on true God Gisha's mood. However, true God Garesha has been guarding this place for the past half a year. This means that the Sky Feather Island Lord isn't here. A smile appeared on Zhao Feng's face as he slowly thought about it. According to Zhao Feng's guesses, the Sky Feather Island Lord might have gone to the Golden Jade race with Shifeng. If the Sky Feather Island Lord wasn't here, the danger to Zhao Feng would be greatly reduced. Little Black, kill your way out. Battle intent appeared in Zhao Feng's eyes. True God Geisha and the Sky Feather Island Lord weren't here. If Zhao Feng and the Black Serpent Dragon charged out, could a mere Heaven Luo Earth Sha Ray stop them? Furthermore, if Zhao Feng killed these people and headed straight for the Sky Feather Island Lord's territory, True God Geisha would definitely be forced to return. Okay. The Black Destruction Serpent Dragon had a cold and bloodthirsty expression. Now that it had regained the strength of a rank 1 True God, it wanted to go out and fight a long time ago. In the outside world, the 23 servants and disciples of Sky Feather Island stood in the air with helpless expressions. They had already stayed here for half a year. Just like that, they had set up an array formation out of thin air. Inside the array formation, there was only air. Sigh, I really don't know what the second Island Lord is trying to do. That's right, the second Island Lord has also been guarding this place for half a year. Now that True God Garesha had left, they only dared to discuss in small voices, but they didn't dare to curse the second Island Lord. From this, one could see how terrifying the 3 Island Lords were. Suddenly, 2 figures appeared within their spirit formation. Just like that, they appeared out of thin air. One of them was covered in black scales, and his cold and bloodthirsty eyes made one's heart tremble. The other was handsome and cold. His faint golden hair blew in the wind, and his golden eyes were deep and calm. What? Why are there people inside? One of the more serious disciples suddenly widened his eyes, a shocked expression on his face. Quick, activate the killing array. A stronger demigod disciple immediately yelled. Everyone instantly circulated their sacred power and activated the Heaven Luo Earth Sha array. The array created by the 23 of them was extremely strong. Even a rank 2 True God would find it hard to break through it. Sky-destroying Sacred Lightning Palm. Without saying anything else, Zhao Feng circulated the lightning fire obliteration and merged it into his golden palm. The sky-destroying Sacred Lightning Palm was extremely destructive against little worlds and large objects. This Heaven Luo Earth Sha array was no exception. 1. A giant golden palm flashed with scarlet golden flames as it landed on the array. Broom. The array started to tremble, and more than a dozen of the weaker people felt the blood in their bodies boil. On the other side, the Black Destruction Serpent Dragon's claws unleashed a scarlet-black flame that slammed into the array. Boom. The Heaven Luo Earth Sha array showed signs of collapsing after just one attack from the 2 of them. This made the hearts of the servants and disciples jump, and their faces paled. These 2 are so strong. Could this be why the second Island Master told us to set up this array? While they were sighing in amazement, Zhao Feng and the Black Destruction Serpent Dragon had already broken through the array. Even the Heaven Luo Earth Sha array had been broken. The servants and disciples instantly paled in fear, and their hairs stood on end as they ran in all directions. 1. A pair of pure golden wings appeared on Zhao Feng's back. It was as if he was a dazzling golden sun. A golden light flashed past, and the bodies and souls of the 3 people that were running away were sliced in half. The golden light turned back, and several more servants fell to the ground. So fast? What kind of flying secret technique is this? The Black Destruction Serpent Dragon was slightly surprised. A bright golden light turned back, and the people of Sky Feather Island that were running in all directions were all killed by Zhao Feng. Go to the Sky Feather Island Lord's territory. With an order, the Black Destruction Serpent Dragon turned back into its main body and carried Zhao Feng towards Sky Feather Island. True God Geisha, who had just left this place and was about to go to the Blazing Fire Golden Sheep race to ask about Zhao Feng's background, suddenly held a communication token in his trembling right hand. Zhao Feng, I, Geisha, swear that I won't be human if I don't kill you. True God Guisha roared and immediately returned. Chapter 1169. The news that all of the Sky Feather Island Lord's subordinates had been killed started to spread not long after Zhao Feng left. Probably only the patriarchs of the top 5 forces of Sky Feather Island had the strength to break through the Heaven Luo Earth Sha array. However, none of the forces of Sky Feather Island dared to kill the people of the Sky Feather Island Lord. Who was it that offended true God Guisha and killed the people of the Sky Feather Island Lord? At this moment, Zhao Feng stood on the Black Destruction Serpent Dragon and charged toward the territory of the Sky Feather Island Lord. The forces that Zhao Feng encountered along the way were forces that he had never seen before. Zhao Feng even saw forces that were even stronger than the blue-eyed ice wolf race. This serpent dragon contains such a terrifying bloodline. The patriarch of a powerful force felt the Black Destruction Serpent Dragon fly over his head, and the bloodline in his body started to tremble. Apart from the forces of the Sky Feather Island Lord, the strongest forces in Sky Feather Island only had rank 2 true gods. At this moment, the Black Destruction Serpent Dragon had recovered to the strength of a rank 1 true god, so they were obviously scared. When did such a powerful person appear in Sky Feather Island? Many experts exclaimed in their hearts as they saw the Black Destruction Serpent Dragon and the golden-haired male fly over its head. A black flame flashed by and left a trail of destructive scarlet-black flames in the air. The Black Destruction Serpent Dragon's strength had increased, and its speed had increased as well. Furthermore, when Zhao Feng was chasing after true God Geely, he wasn't far from the territory of the Sky Feather Island Lord. Therefore, the Black Destruction Serpent Dragon arrived at the territory of the Sky Feather Island Lord in just a month. The territory of the Sky Feather Island Lord was surrounded by mountains, and the aura of evil ghosts filled the air. There were countless tombs, and several large palaces were built halfway up the mountain. At this moment, there were still some servants in the palaces that were even weaker, so true God Guisha hadn't called them over. "Everyone fuck off or else I'll kill you." Zhao Feng circulated his mystic light sacred power and roared. A thunderous sound immediately spread forward, shaking everyone's ears and mind, lingering for a long time. Although Zhao Feng was decisive in killing, he would never kill the innocent. Immediately, some of the servants in the pavilion flew out, retreating a certain distance before concealing themselves. There were also some who believed that Zhao Feng would not dare to act recklessly. Who on Sky Feather Island would dare to cause trouble in the territory of the Sky Feather Island Lord? However, everything had an exception. This time, Zhao Feng was an exception. "Destroy!" Zhao Feng said indifferently. "Who?" The Black Destruction Serpent Dragon swung its tail and charged forward, spitting out a scarlet-black ball of destructive dragon flames. The buildings here were all constructed from extremely precious materials and had sturdy arrays, but they were all destroyed by the Black Destruction Serpent Dragon's destructive dragon flames. Wherever the crimson-black flames passed, everything was incinerated. Teleportation formation. Zhao Feng's gaze was focused on the area below these pavilions. Zhao Feng immediately arrived at the side of the teleportation ancient formation. At this moment, Zhao Feng was also hesitating whether or not he should use the teleportation formation to leave. Right at this moment, a surge of ghostly aura suddenly descended. "Zhao Feng, how dare you destroy this place?" True God Gisha's eyes were about to spit fire from anger when he saw the scene in front of him. If Zhao Feng even destroyed this place, it would be even harder for him to explain himself when his big brother returned. However, as long as he killed Zhao Feng and obtained the treasures on him, he should be able to appease his big brother's anger. True God Gisha's gaze then landed on Zhao Feng. What a fool! This teleportation ancient formation needs an array master to activate it. It can teleport you to any teleportation array in Blue Ocean Bay. You won't be able to use it. True God Gisha's cold eyes revealed a mocking expression. Boom! Behind True God Gisha's back, a ghost shadow world appeared. This was the power of his little world projection. True God Gisha is going to use his full strength. Zhao Feng's eyes focused. True God Gisha had released the power of his little world projection from the very beginning. Under this situation, Zhao Feng wouldn't be able to teleport away. Even if he hid in the misty spatial world, there would be many openings. The Black Destruction Serpent Dragon arrived next to Zhao Feng. Although it had recovered to the strength of a rank 1 true god, it still wasn't enough to deal with a rank 3 true god expert of the Tao of Ghosts. Sky Ghost Fist. True God Grisha punched out at Zhao Feng. This black fist was strengthened by the projection of his little world, and it radiated a ghostly aura. Zhao Feng stood within True God Gisha's little world projection. He didn't circulate his mystic light sacred power and only had a faint smile on his face. A dreamy light suddenly flashed through Zhao Feng's left eye, which then turned golden. His left eye locked onto True God Gisha's attack and instantly analyzed the structure of this attack. Boom! A pitch-black fist shrouded in ghostly aura shot out of Zhao Feng's left eye. What? True God Grisha instantly lost the ability to think as he watched the two ghostly fists collide in the air. Zhao Feng used the exact same battle skill as him, and their power was on par with each other. A forbidden power of destruction suddenly radiated from the mouth of the Black Destruction Serpent Dragon on True God Gisha's left. Not good, the origin power of destruction. True God Gisha's expression changed slightly. He had sensed the Black Destruction Serpent Dragon a long time ago, but the scene just now was so shocking that he forgot about everything else. He never underestimated the Black Destruction Serpent Dragon, which had the bloodline of the Destruction Dragon race. Destruction Dragon Breath. The Black Destruction Serpent Dragon spat out a ball of scarlet-black forbidden divine flames. Boom! A giant scarlet-black fireball appeared in heaven and earth. It was like a scarlet-black sun that burned everything. Even the power of True God Gisha's little world was being destroyed. Boom! A surge of ghostly aura dissipated the scarlet-black sun. Being a rank 3 True God Grisha obviously had many hidden cards. The Black Destruction Serpent Dragon wasn't enough to deal with him. True God Grisha held a dark silver spear made of skeletons. The tip of the spear seemed to be the tongue of the skeleton, and it was extremely terrifying. However, when he broke through this attack, Zhao Feng's Tribulation Lightning Eye Flame had already finished forming. A ball of golden white lightning landed on True God Gisha's head. Arg! True God Grisha felt as if 10,000 bolts of lightning had pierced through his soul. Zhao Feng didn't stop after this attack, and a triangular piece of metal appeared in his hand. Ding! Ding! The triangular piece of metal turned into a black longsword that flashed with a faint golden light. Zhao Feng merged the lightning fire obliteration and divine power into it, and he slashed out a black sword that seemed to be able to destroy everything. Little Black, let's go! Zhao Feng put the Black Destruction Serpent Dragon into the misty spatial world before activating the whirlpool within the mysterious golden ball and arriving in the ancient dream realm. He used the duplication ability of his left eye to attract True God Gisha's attention before unleashing a barrage of attacks that all hit their target. However, once True God Grisha recovered, he was still unstoppable with the divine weapon in his hand. Zhao Feng knew that he couldn't kill True God Grisha right now. Everything he did just now was to tell True God Grisha that he wasn't weak and that he could injure him. In fact, he might even be able to kill him soon. If True God Grisha was smart, he could leave right now. However, if he still wanted to kill Zhao Feng, then True God Grisha would die when Zhao Feng became even stronger. Arg! Zhao Feng! True God Grisha roared into the sky and vented the anger in his heart. He was injured by the Destruction Dragon Breath just now, then his soul was severely injured by Zhao Feng's Tribulation Lightning Eye Flame, and he even had to endure the attack from Zhao Feng's divine weapon. From start to finish, he had been on the defensive. However, at this moment, Zhao Feng had disappeared once again. He had completely disappeared from this dimension. He couldn't take revenge even if he wanted to. Zhao Feng, you forced me to do this. True God Grisha left after saying this. After retreating tens of thousands of miles, True God Grisha took out another token and said, "All True God experts, come to the Sky Feather Island Lord's territory." True God Grisha wasn't a stupid person. The fact that Zhao Feng had hidden in that dimension for half a year and suddenly appeared after True God Grisha left meant that Zhao Feng could see what was going on outside. Therefore, this time, true God Geisha retreated tens of thousands of miles and gathered all the true God experts of Sky Feather Island to surround this place. He didn't believe that Zhao Feng could hide forever. Some of these people specialized in the intent of space and might be able to find an opening in Zhao Feng. Maybe they could stop Zhao Feng from hiding in that unknown dimension the next time Zhao Feng came out. True God Geisha had just finished doing all this when the teleportation array below the black dragon flame flashed with a silver light, and a white figure appeared. Geisha, what's going on? This person was wearing white robes and had a cold face. He had white hair and didn't look very old. However, Geisha's body trembled when he saw this person. His big brother had returned. Suddenly, a strange spatial fluctuation appeared in the air and disappeared in a flash. The Sky Feather Island Lord raised his head slightly, and a cold light shot out of his eyes as he looked at the weird spatial disturbance. Zhao Feng was still in a daze within the ancient dream realm. The Sky Feather Island Lord is back. Zhao Feng originally thought that the big brother of True God Geely and True God Geisha would be an old man from the demonic Tao. He didn't expect it to be a youth. However, this meant that this person was extremely talented and strong. He was a genius to have reached the true God realm at such a young age. The Sky Feather Island Lord is a rank 4 true God and the strongest expert of Sky Feather Island. From the looks of it, I won't be able to leave for a long time. Zhao Feng smiled helplessly. He only came here to cause trouble to true God Geisha and make him angry. He didn't expect the Sky Feather Island Lord to return. Although the ancient dream realm wasn't very different from the ancient desolate realm of gods, Zhao Feng couldn't stay here forever. The path of martial arts should be reckless and not be afraid of danger. At this moment, Zhao Feng was surrounded by others and didn't even dare to go out. This would severely affect Zhao Feng's mental state, and it might even become a problem for the god-shaking lightning tribulation. However, Zhao Feng had caused too much trouble this time. Even the Sky Feather Island Lord had returned. Going out would be suicide. The true god experts of the various factions of Sky Feather Island arrived one after another. They were originally very dissatisfied with true god Geisha's orders, but when they saw the Sky Feather Island Lord, they didn't have any objections. The true god experts that specialized in space intent and arrays worked together to set up a space sealing array that locked down everything within tens of thousands of miles. Several dozen figures floated into the air 10,000 miles away. These people were all true god experts. If you succeed, this island lord will not mistreat you. The Sky Feather Island Lord had a cold expression. No one could tell what he was feeling. True god Skyfire was also present. But after he explained everything, the Sky Feather Island Lord didn't bother with him. Perhaps it was out of disdain. True God Skyfire was also worried and fearful when he saw such a large group. Zhao Feng alone could turn Sky Feather Island into such a state. Sigh, my lifespan has reached its limit, and the blazing fire golden sheep race will fall. This is probably why the Sky Feather Island Lord doesn't want to take action against me. True God Sky Fire sighed in his heart. Zhao Feng, once you appear, you won't be able to escape. True God Geisha had a cold and savage expression. Chapter 1170. Within the ancient dream realm, Zhao Feng sat cross-legged on the peak of a mountain. His body flashed with a golden light and was covered in lightning. In front of him, surges of strange power flowed out of several precious resources and divine crystals and entered Zhao Feng's sacred power whirlpool. In the distant sky, a blinding golden sun shot out beams of scorching light that landed on Zhao Feng's body and increased Zhao Feng's cultivation speed. At a certain moment, a blinding golden lightning shot out from Zhao Feng's body, and the area around Zhao Feng shook, leaving behind countless scorch marks. Wang. The metal of wind lightning around Zhao Feng's body became brighter and brighter as it radiated a blinding golden light. At this moment, Zhao Feng was like a golden sun that was competing with the sun in the sky. However, this blinding light and powerful aura slowly retracted into Zhao Feng's body. The 10th level of the 5-elemental wind lightning technique, the metal of wind lightning, has broken through to the greater success stage. Zhao Feng opened his bright eyes and spat out a mouthful of hot air. However, this bit of strength is far from enough. The metal of wind lightning had improved, but Zhao Feng didn't reveal much joy. Although he was cultivating in the ancient dream realm, he still knew how dangerous the outside world was. There was no one around the Sky Feather Island Lord's territory, but Zhao Feng knew that everyone was hiding nearby, including true God Geisha and the Sky Feather Island Lord. It could be said that Zhao Feng was surrounded by all the experts of Sky Feather Island. Once he went out, he would be attacked by all the experts. Even a rank 5 true god would die. However, there was still a chance of survival. Zhao Feng had already thought of two solutions. The first was for Zhao Feng to break through to the heavenly divine realm as soon as possible and become a rank 2 true god at the very least. Then, he would let Zhao Wan and Zhao Wang break through to the heavenly divine realm. After successfully breaking through to the deity realm, Zhao Feng and the others could consolidate and improve their strength, and maybe they could kill their way out of the encirclement. The second option was to spend a large amount of resources to nurture the Black Destruction Serpent Dragon and help it recover its strength. At its peak, the Black Destruction Serpent Dragon was an existence comparable to an ancient god. It was terrifyingly powerful, so it didn't need to care about a mere Sky Feather Island Lord. However, both of these plans had great drawbacks. The first plan would cause Zhao Feng and his two clones to lose their potential, making their future path of cultivation even more difficult. The second plan would bring danger to Zhao Feng. After all, the Black Destruction Serpent Dragon was too strong and could easily escape his control. Let's increase our strength first. There should be other ways. Zhao Feng stopped thinking about it. Just now, Zhao Feng came up with another plan, but it still had a huge drawback. Therefore, Zhao Feng decided to train while thinking, trying to come up with a better solution. Otherwise, he could only choose the plan with the least drawbacks. Buzz buzz buzz. Behind Zhao Feng, a pair of glittering golden holy light wings filled with lightning patterns condensed. Zhao Feng's body turned into a faint golden light and disappeared into the sky. There were many things that Zhao Feng could improve right now. Apart from the metal of wind lightning that he had just broken through, he still had the sacred lightning body, eye bloodline techniques, metal lightning radiance wings technique, and the power of the god blood in his index finger. Every day, Zhao Feng cultivated in his territory in the ancient dream realm and increased his abilities. In the blink of an eye, half a year had passed. The true god powerhouses of Sky Feather Island were still standing guard outside. To true god powerhouses, half a year was just the blink of an eye. Many of the true gods present were over 50,000 years old, and some were even older. However, at this moment, no one in Sky Feather Island knew that the other places in the ancient desolate realm of gods were completely shaken, and a storm was sweeping from the strongest forces to the weakest forces. Within a beautiful palace made of gold and blue jade in Blue Ocean Bay, a sparkling white pathway suddenly appeared on an ancient stone platform. It radiated an ancient aura that was even thicker than the ancient desolate realm of gods. The wild ancient secret dimension has successfully connected. An old and bright voice resounded across heaven and earth. The hearts of the powerful figures near the stone platform shook. The voice just now belonged to the patriarch of the Golden Jade race, ancient godlike Jade. At this moment, several old true god experts next to the stone platform came to the side of the pathway and took out some instruments. These instruments flashed with lights of different colors and covered the pathway. Patriarch, the strongest cultivation that the pathway can accommodate is a rank 5 true god. The elder's eyes twinkled. The wild ancient mystic dimension opened once every 10,000 years, and every time, the highest cultivation level that could enter it was at the 3rd or 4th rank. For a remote area like Blue Ocean Bay, the cultivation levels of the disciples that could enter were even lower. Rumors said that 30 million years ago, some forces in the ancient desolate realm of gods had rank 5 true gods enter. From then on, the strongest cultivators that could enter the wild ancient secret dimension were rank 4 true gods. However, for some reason, the pathway to a remote place like Blue Ocean Bay allowed rank 5 true gods to enter. Even rank 5 true gods can enter. Good. I didn't think that I, true god Tianhua, would have the chance to enter the wild ancient secret dimension. An elder wearing a jade robe stood in the crowd. He didn't have a single wrinkle on his face, and his body glowed with a golden light. He had an excited expression. He was the strongest rank 5 true god in the race. If a rank 5 true god could enter the wild ancient secret dimension, he would definitely be the first. The patriarch of the Golden Jade race sighed after a moment of silence. If even rank 5 true gods can enter Blue Ocean Bay, then the forces in the center of the continent will probably have rank 6 true gods or ancient gods. Therefore, the patriarch of the Golden Jade race didn't think this was a good thing. Let the quasi-god disciples enter first. The group of young disciples not far from the stone platform became impatient as soon as the patriarch finished speaking. The wild ancient secret dimension was full of fortune, and there was a cultivation limit, so this secret dimension was almost exclusively for quasi-god disciples. Anyone who could obtain the title of quasi-god was a demigod who possessed complete divine power and could break through to the heavenly divine realm at any time. Although they were demigods, they were extremely powerful. For example, the strongest quasi-god prodigy of the Golden Jade race, quasi-god D. Lin, had a record of killing a rank 2 true god. Although they now knew that even rank 5 true gods could enter, these quasi-god disciples had all obtained a spot, so they naturally couldn't take it away. First person, quasi-god D. Lin. As the elders announced, the quasi-god experts of the Golden Jade race slowly entered. The Golden Jade race had 16 quasi-god experts in total. Third from the bottom of the 16 was a white-clothed youth. His handsome face was tinged with nervousness. This person was none other than Shifeng. He believed himself to be the number 1 genius of Sky Feather Island, and because of his master, he had obtained a spot. However, of the quasi-god disciples entering the wild ancient secret dimension, his strength was third from the bottom. The quasi-god disciples quickly entered. True God Tianhua, make sure to protect the quasi-god disciples of the race. The patriarch of the Golden Jade race indifferently said. Yes, patriarch. True God Tianhua was the strongest rank 5 true god of the Golden Jade race. No one in the Golden Jade race objected to him being the first to enter. He originally didn't have a spot because no rank 5 true god of the Golden Jade race had ever entered. Not even a rank 4 true god had ever entered. But for some reason, this strange phenomenon had occurred. In True God Tianhua's view, this was a fortune bestowed upon him by the heavens. True God Tianhua stepped into the passage. But at this moment, the passage suddenly began to sway and blur. Everyone knew that the passage was starting to become unstable. Rank 5 true gods would probably find it difficult to enter. Rank 4 true god. The patriarch of the Golden Jade race said. The strongest rank 4 true god of the race entered, and the white passage became even more blurry. With every person that entered, the passage would suddenly darken, so only 2 rank 4 true gods could enter. Rank 3 true god. A rank 3 true god of the race stepped into the passage, but the moment he entered, several spatial cracks appeared around him. Gusts of cold wind began to blow, tearing him to pieces. Rip. The entire Golden Jade race fell silent. A rank 3 true god had been so easily slain. Rank 2 true god. The rank 2 true god that obtained a spot carefully entered and safely passed through. Only when the passage completely dimmed did the experts of the Golden Jade race stop entering. But a few of the older true gods suddenly realized that the Golden Jade race had sent an extremely large number of people into the wild ancient secret dimension this time, almost twice as many as last time. The Gulong Zone. In a holy ground revered by tens of thousands of people, a massive ball of white light floated in the sky above this holy ground. Many palaces and buildings floated within this ball of light. At this moment, on one of the ancient plates, a figure with cold eyes and strange inscriptions on his face stepped into it. Quasi-god Heaven Swallower went in. In the back, the eyes of the countless quasi-gods and true gods were suffused with deep respect and worship. I heard that quasi-god Heaven Swallower already has the qualifications to become a rank 4 true god. With this opportunity, he'll probably be able to reach a higher level. In the future, he'll definitely become a god lord and one of the elders of the heaven-devouring sacred land. The eyes of countless peerless beauties in the back twinkled with dazed light. If the people of the other factions of the Gulong Zone heard these words, they would definitely be flabbergasted. A god lord above the ancient god level could only be considered an elder in the heaven-devouring race? However, some peak 4-star or 5-star factions might not be so surprised when they heard the words, sacred land. A god realm sacred land was a forbidden existence in the ancient desolate realm of gods. Some 4-star and 4.5-star factions might have never even heard of it before. A god realm sacred land was the supreme ruler of the 18 zones of the ancient desolate realm of gods. It was a forbidden land of the ancient desolate realm of gods, but not every zone had a god realm sacred land. After quasi-god Heaven Swallower entered, the other disciples began to enter. Disperse! An illusory elder in the back indifferently said. At this moment, a token appeared in his hand, and a message was transmitted into his mind. Only a part of the Gulong Zone can enter the wild ancient secret dimension. The other zones of the ancient desolate realm of gods show no signs of connecting. The elder's expression suddenly changed when he heard this important news, and he hurriedly left. The other god realms sacred lands of the ancient desolate realm of gods gradually received this news. Only a part of the Gulong Zone had successfully connected to the wild ancient secret dimension. However, they weren't surprised. The ancient desolate realm of gods was vast and boundless. This time, the wild ancient secret dimension might have started from the Gulong Zone and slowly overlapped with the rest of the ancient desolate realm of gods. Perhaps it wouldn't be long before the other zones of the ancient desolate realm of gods successfully connected as well. One could only say that the Gulong Zone had gained the upper hand this time. The factions of the other major zones could only wait for the wild ancient secret dimension to slowly connect. It might take a few days or a month. In the ancient dream realm, Zhao Feng was still cultivating the metal of wind lightning, his left index finger continuously fusing with the power of the god blood. His mind was calculating the third level of the soul-splitting technique, and he was also focusing on other matters. Suddenly, a humanoid race appeared within Zhao Feng's range of perception. This surprised Zhao Feng. After spending so much time in the ancient dream realm, Zhao Feng had only encountered ancient beasts in their original forms. This was the first time he had seen an ancient race in human form. Chapter 1171. The dense forest gave off an ancient aura and heaven-earth yuan qi that was even denser than the ancient desolate realm of gods. A young man with clear eyes and a layer of scales on his light blue skin was walking carefully with a look of surprise on his face. This is the wild ancient secret dimension? The male was slightly excited. His name was Wei Ku, and he was from the Gulong Zone's blue-scaled race. He was extremely talented and had reached the demigod realm in just 100 years. Wei Ku had gained a spot in the fight for the spots to enter the wild ancient secret dimension. However, he was still at the bottom of the blue-scaled race. Let's look at the map first. Wei Ku's consciousness entered his soul world, and a scattered map appeared in his mind. This was the map information that the generations of disciples of the blue-scaled clan had gathered after entering the wild ancient mystic dimension. After countless years of accumulation, the map information still couldn't be connected. From this, it could be seen that the wild ancient mystic dimension was incomparably huge. The wild ancient secret dimension was the biggest secret dimension in the ancient desolate realm of gods, and it only opened once every 10,000 years. It had only been 1,000 years since the last time the wild ancient secret dimension had opened, but it was opening again now. Therefore, Wei Ku felt like he was dreaming to be able to enter the wild ancient secret dimension. I can't tell where I am. Wei Ku's consciousness returned to his body. I heard from the seniors in the race that this place is extremely dangerous. I should contact the people in the race first. A blue fish-shaped token appeared in Wei Ku's hand. This was a message token. As long as this token appeared within a certain range, he would be able to send a message. However, at this moment, Wei Ku didn't sense anything when he activated the token. This meant that there was no one from the blue-scaled race within a certain range. The wild ancient secret dimension is just too big. No one from the blue-scaled ice race is near me. Wei Ku sighed and revealed a determined gaze. If that was the case, then he could only start exploring by himself. Wei Ku carefully flew through the forest and inspected his surroundings. This is blood soul grass. Wei Ku's eyes lit up as he flew toward a certain direction and stared at a blood-red herb with red meridians. The sanguine soul grass could increase the circulation of one's vital energy and blood, which was beneficial for cultivation and breakthroughs. At the same time, it was beneficial to the soul to a certain extent, so it was not considered very valuable to demigod experts. However, there was an entire patch of blood soul grass in front of them, and there were at least hundreds of them. Wei Ku was very tempted. Just as Wei Ku was picking the sanguine soul grass, an angry roar came from not far away. Immediately after, a blood-colored figure swept towards him. A long sword instantly appeared in Wei Ku's hand. As he swung it, a ripple of water swept forward and snapped a few towering trees before flying towards the blood-red figure. Blood Yuan race. Wei Ku stared at the ancient race in front of him. It was a strange race formed by a sticky blood-colored liquid. The Blood Yuan race could devour the blood and qi of other races and could change their body shape at will. They were ranked 8,612th among the 10,000 ancient races. As expected, the 10,000 primordial races here are all in their true forms. Wei Ku revealed a surprised expression, but his battle intent didn't decrease. This Blood Yuan race was also a demigod, but Wei Ku was a quasi-god and was much stronger than him. Furthermore, the blue-scaled race's bloodline was even stronger. However, right at this moment, more blood-colored figures charged over from behind. The enormous blood-colored figures made Wei Ku's heart shake. Run! At this time, in another direction, a handsome blonde man with sharp features appeared. Zhao Feng was extremely fast, and he instantly arrived next to Wei Ku. He circulated his intent and took Wei Ku away from danger. After flying for a while, the figures of the Blood Yuan race started to disappear. "Thank you for saving me," Wei Ku said with a faint smile, and his eyes were filled with gratitude. Zhao Feng's speed just now was at least twice as fast as Wei Ku's. This made Wei Ku admire Zhao Feng. From his point of view, Zhao Feng was at least a peerless genius from a 4.5-star power. The wild ancient secret dimension was filled with danger, and many races killed each other for their own benefits. If it was someone else, they wouldn't even care about Wei Ku, but Zhao Feng had saved his life. This proved that Zhao Feng wasn't an evil person. "No need to thank me, but why are you here alone?" Zhao Feng asked. In reality, Zhao Feng had noticed Wei Ku when he first arrived, but he didn't bother because Wei Ku wasn't strong, and Zhao Feng was too lazy to enslave him. However, when Zhao Feng saw Wei could take out a communication token, Zhao Feng became curious, so Zhao Feng slowly got closer and observed. The Blood Yuan race just now was purposely arranged by Zhao Feng. "Aren't you alone as well?" Wei Ku asked curiously, but he immediately added, "The teleportation into the wild ancient secret dimension is random. There's nothing we can do about it." From Wei Ku's point of view, what he added seemed like nonsense, but waves started to form in Zhao Feng's mind. Wild ancient secret dimension. Zhao Feng had heard about this secret dimension in the Exchange Spiritual Hall, so he knew a bit about it. "This is the wild ancient secret dimension?" Zhao Feng wanted to ask, but the words were stuck in his heart. If the ancient dream realm really was the wild ancient secret dimension, Zhao Feng would definitely be treated as an idiot by Wei Ku. Ping! Zhao Feng's left eye twitched for a while before calming down. "My name is Wei Ku. Are you willing to come with me for now?" Wei Ku immediately invited. His clear eyes didn't reveal any other intentions. He had only heard about how dangerous the wild ancient secret dimension was, and he only saw it with his own eyes just now. If it wasn't for Zhao Feng, he probably would have died already. Wei Ku started to sense Zhao Feng's cultivation when he invited him. It didn't seem to be very strong, and he was puzzled. Zhao Feng's speed was much faster than his, but his cultivation seemed to only be at the peak stages of the mystic light realm. "My name is Zhao Feng. I've just arrived, so it's safer to work together." Zhao Feng revealed a faint smile. He originally just wanted to get some information from Wei Ku, but Wei Ku's thoughts were simple and had no ill intentions, so he directly invited Zhao Feng. Zhao Feng still couldn't believe that this was the wild ancient secret dimension, so he decided to work with Wei Ku and see what was going on. If the ancient dream realm really was the wild ancient secret dimension, then wouldn't the geniuses of the ancient desolate realm of gods be here to steal his resources? Zhao Feng couldn't just sit back and do nothing. The ancient dream realm had always been a secret dimension that Zhao Feng could use to steal resources from, but now, countless geniuses from the ancient desolate realm of gods might have entered. Brother Zhao's strength is extraordinary. You must be a peak expert from a 4.5-star power, right? Wei Ku smiled and said. He already treated Zhao Feng as a good friend. Luckily, the force behind me isn't very strong. Zhao Feng said vaguely. The force behind him was the blazing fire golden sheep race, and it could be considered very weak. Wei Ku, let's go this way. I feel a dangerous aura in that direction. Zhao Feng straightforwardly said. In reality, that was Zhao Feng's territory. If he went with Wei Ku, he would be letting Wei Ku steal his resources. Furthermore, the beasts that Zhao Feng had enslaved wouldn't attack Zhao Feng. This would make Wei Ku suspicious. Okay. Wei Ku didn't think too much about it and headed in another direction with Zhao Feng. How many people from Brother Wei's race came to the wild ancient secret dimension? Zhao Feng started to gather information after just a few steps. The blue-scaled race is only a 4.5-star race, so only 45 people came. However, a powerful rank 5 true god from my race came. It would be great if we could meet him. Wei Ku said without thinking too much. 45 people, rank 5 true gods. Zhao Feng's gaze paused, and he was slightly surprised. According to Zhao Feng's guesses, these 45 people were either quasi-gods or rank 2 true gods, but he didn't expect there to be a rank 5 true god. A rank 5 true god was even stronger than the Sky Feather Island Lord. Watch out, Zhao Feng. Wei Ku suddenly roared as the long sword in his hand released a ripple of water and charged toward a Sky Fire Lightning Ape. This Sky Fire Lightning Ape obviously wasn't the one that Zhao Feng had enslaved. It was even stronger, and it had reached the peak of rank 1 true god. Zhao Feng's expression became slightly cold. Wei Ku wasn't strong enough to deal with this Sky Fire Lightning Ape, and he might even be in danger, but Wei Ku didn't seem to think that much. This made Zhao Feng's impression of the ancient desolate realm of gods change. He always thought that everyone in the ancient desolate realm of gods only cared about strength and profit. 1. Zhao Feng circulated the metal of wind lightning and charged forward. Zhao Feng punched out with a fist of golden lightning that landed on the Sky Fire Lightning Ape's chest. No one sensed a wisp of the intent of metal pass through the fist and heavily damaged the Sky Fire Lightning Ape's organs. Wei Ku wasn't weak, he was much stronger than a rank 1 true god. He teamed up with Zhao Feng and quickly killed the Sky Fire Lightning Ape. Zhao Feng let Wei Ku take most of the precious materials from the Sky Fire Lightning Ape. Brother Zhao isn't just fast, he's also very strong. Wei Ku revealed a pure smile. Someone from my race seems to be nearby. Wei Ku sent a message through the blue token in his hand. After confirming the direction, Wei Ku and Zhao Feng started to move and soon met someone from Wei Ku's race. You're from the blue-scaled race? A male in yellow with sharp eyebrows and a slightly arrogant expression glanced at Wei Ku. Hu Qing, this person is indeed from the blue-scaled race, but isn't the person next to him? Next to the yellow-clothed man, a woman with delicate features said. Her tender skin had light blue veins, and her figure was exquisite. She was quite pretty. Big brother Hu Qing, I'm Wei Ku. It's great to be able to meet you. Wei Ku was slightly excited and stood next to Hu Qing and Ma Lingshi. Wei Ku, you can come with us, but we don't know what race this person is from, and he's only at the peak stages of the mystic light realm. Being a strong disciple of the blue-scaled race, Hu Qing obviously didn't want to abandon the other members of his race, but his gaze toward Zhao Feng was filled with disdain. He didn't understand which force Zhao Feng was from. Why did he come to the wild ancient secret dimension when he was only at the peak stages of the mystic light realm? Those from the blue-scaled race that entered the wild ancient secret dimension were at least quasi-gods or rank 2 true gods. However, thinking about it, maybe it was because Zhao Feng's race was too weak, and there were still empty spots even after all the quasi-gods and demigods entered, which was why they sent someone at the peak stages of the mystic light realm. Big brother Hu Cheng, I met Zhao Feng when I first came here. He's even stronger than me, Wei Ku said in a simple and straightforward manner. He, let him come with us. Ma Lingshi smiled faintly and said. From her point of view, Wei Ku only said that because he wanted Hu Qing to take in Zhao Feng. How could a peak stage mystic light realm be stronger than a quasi-god? Since Lingshi says so, then let him come with us. However, you need to help out when there's danger as well. Hu Cheng looked at Ma Lingshi with a hint of passion in his eyes. Then he looked at Zhao Feng with disdain and said, with Zhao Feng's cultivation, he would probably die soon, so it didn't matter if he went with them or not. His main focus was on Ma Lingshi. Although Ma Lingshi wasn't as beautiful as the number 1 beauty in the race, she was still pretty. Hu Cheng was the strongest of the 4, so he could show off in front of Ma Lingshi and get her. Chapter 1172. The 4 of them walked together in the wild ancient secret dimension. Hu Cheng was the strongest and was close to a rank 2 true god, followed by Ma Lingshi and Wei Ku. In Hu Cheng and Ma Lingshi's eyes, Zhao Feng was obviously the weakest existence. On the other hand, Zhao Feng sighed at the strength of the 4.5-star forces in the ancient desolate realm of gods. There were a total of 45 people from the blue-scaled race that entered the ancient desolate realm of gods. 18 of them were quasi-gods, and the rest were all true god experts. However, from talking to Wei Ku, Zhao Feng found out that the blue-scaled race recruited many true god experts before the secret dimension opened. These true god experts were restricted by the blue-scaled race and needed to protect the members of the race. They also needed to give up a small portion of their spoils. After all, only 4.5-star forces and above had a spot. Some independent true gods could only join 4.5-star forces if they wanted to enter the wild ancient secret dimension. If the blue-scaled race has so many experts, then what about the entire Gulong Zone and even the ancient desolate realm of gods? Zhao Feng was stunned. He couldn't imagine how many experts there were in the ancient dream realm right now, and there were rank 3, rank 4, and even rank 5 true gods among them. Zhao Feng's strength had improved, but if he fought against a rank 3 true god, he still wouldn't be their match if he didn't use his trump cards, let alone a rank 4 or rank 5 true god. Furthermore, there were countless 4.5-star forces in the Gulong Zone, and there were also peak 4-star and 5-star forces. Zhao Feng's heart was in a mess. Even if he led his entire beast army, he could only fight against a few 4.5-star forces. Was he just going to let these people take all the resources here? Zhao Feng already treated the ancient dream realm as his origin dimension and everything here as his own. He obviously felt uncomfortable in a situation like this. But it won't be that easy for them to take all the resources here. Zhao Feng thought about it from a different perspective. There were many places in the ancient dream realm where races lived in groups and were very strong. Even though Zhao Feng controlled such a large number of beasts, he still had to carefully expand. Lingshi, since you've met me, I, Hu Cheng, will definitely ensure that you obtain a great opportunity here. Along the way, Hu Cheng stuck to Ma Lingshi and completely ignored Wei Ku and Zhao Feng. Hu Cheng, let's look for the others first. Ma Lingshi did not listen to Hu Cheng's nonsense. The desolate primordial world was filled with dangers. If they wanted to obtain great fortuitous encounters, they had to work together with the members of the clan. Just then, a cold demonic aura suddenly appeared in front of them. A bloody stench slowly spread out. Be careful! Hu Cheng's lips curled into a smile. His chance to shine had finally arrived. A race that has taken human form. A green light flashed, and a huge dark green python appeared in front of everyone. Its bloody mouth exuded cold air. The green crystal venomous python's aura surpasses that of a rank 1 true god. Wei Ku exclaimed. This green crystal venomous python was even stronger than the sky fire lightning ape he had just encountered. Die! The giant green python's face was cold. It spat out a mass of poison from its mouth, and at the same time, its sharp poisonous fangs attacked everyone. Hee hee, you're courting death. Hu Cheng laughed coldly and leapt toward the green crystal venomous python. A faint blue light flashed in his hand, and a long sword of ice appeared. The poisonous creature was instantly attacked by the cold air and started to freeze. The temperature dropped, and a layer of ice covered everything. Watermark slash. Ice and watermarks crisscrossed in the air and landed on the green crystal venomous python. Hu Cheng's movement technique was very profound, and he was able to suppress the green crystal venomous python in just a short while. The green crystal venomous python didn't expect the human in front of it to be so strong, and it immediately ran away. Where do you think you're going? Hu Cheng chased after it and used the power of the long sword of ice to slow down the green crystal venomous python. He soon killed it. Just the strength of a rank 1 true god. Hu Cheng said in disdain. Zhao Feng watched the entire battle from the side. Hu Cheng was slightly stronger than Shi Feng from Sky Feather Island, and he had a divine weapon. Killing the green crystal venomous python was obviously not a problem. Everyone continued forward after collecting all the resources. The auras of the beasts were so strong that even those with sharp senses could sense them, so they avoided the large groups of beasts. However, the deeper they went, the stronger the ancient beasts they encountered, and the more rank 2 true god beasts they encountered, the more they encountered. At the beginning, Hu Cheng was able to deal with them easily by himself, but Wei Ku and Ma Lingshi had to help as well. Right now, all the experts that entered are scattered all over the place. Their strength is minuscule, and they can only obtain these small rewards. Zhao Feng murmured in his heart. Zhao Feng could be said to be the person that understood the wild ancient secret dimension the most. The true treasures and resources were all in the hands of the powerful beasts that lived in groups. The people that entered were scattered all over the place, and their strength was minuscule. They could only kill individual beasts and obtain some rare resources. You're called Zhao Feng, right? Although your cultivation is only at the peak stages of the mystic light realm, you can't just eat and drink like this, right? Hu Cheng walked in front of Zhao Feng and said angrily after pushing back an ancient beast. I didn't take anything on the way here. It can't be considered eating and drinking like this. Zhao Feng's expression didn't change as he said. Hu Cheng took most of the resources they found along the way, and the rest was split between Wei Ku and Ma Lingshi. Zhao Feng didn't take anything himself. Furthermore, in a normal situation, a peak stage mystic light realm would be courting death if they went. Hu Cheng obviously wanted him to die faster. Brother Zhao, just do it. Your strength should be on par with Hu Cheng's. Wei Ku said with a smile. From his point of view, Zhao Feng wasn't doing anything because he was giving the resources to the blue-scaled race. He had seen Zhao Feng's strength before, and he should be on par with Hu Cheng. Ma Lingshi couldn't help but be surprised when she saw that Wei Ku had such a high opinion of Zhao Feng's strength. Then Hu Cheng will have to watch. Hu Cheng harumphed coldly and didn't say anything else. How could a peak-stage mystic light realm have the same strength as him? He was one of the strongest quasi-god geniuses in the blue-scaled race, so he didn't believe Wei Ku's words at all. At this moment, a deafening tiger roar was heard. Then, a huge green shadow flashed in front of everyone. All the trees in the surroundings were destroyed and covered in a layer of green flames. Azure Sky Fierce Tiger. Wei Ku's expression changed as he stared at the ancient beast in front of him. I haven't seen a human in a long time. The Azure Sky Fierce Tiger revealed a fierce glint in its eyes as a scorching aura swept toward everyone. From this aura alone, everyone could feel that the Azure Sky Fierce Tiger's true strength had reached the level of a rank 2 true god. Zhao Feng, it's time for you to show off. At this moment, Hu Cheng smiled faintly and retreated. Hu Cheng, this is a rank 2 ancient beast. Only you can deal with it. Let's team up and force it back. Ma Lingshi immediately persuaded. Of the four, Hu Cheng was the strongest and was close to a rank 2 true god. If it wasn't for him, no one present would be a match for the Azure Sky Fierce Tiger. Lingshi, what are you worried about? Isn't Zhao Feng's strength on par with mine? It's just a measly rank 2 ancient beast. Hu Cheng roared coldly. At the same time, he didn't forget to praise himself. What he meant was that if he could deal with the Azure Sky Fierce Tiger by himself, Zhao Feng would be able to deal with it as well. Idiot! The Azure Fierce Tiger sneered and leaped into the air. Its huge claws were covered in green flames as it pounced towards the crowd. Brother Zhao, I'll help you. Wei Ku was slightly unhappy with Hu Cheng's attitude and took a step forward. It's fine. You know how strong I am. Zhao Feng smiled faintly and ignored Hu Cheng. Zhao Feng circulated the metal of wind lightning and punched out with both fists. A sharp surge of metal of wind lightning roared forward. Zhao Feng didn't use his full power and retreated a few steps. The Azure Sky Fierce Tiger felt a piercing pain in its claws and looked at this weird human in shock. He was only at the Mystic Light realm, but he was so strong. Brother Zhao's strength far surpasses my imagination. Wei Ke gripped his long sword and charged out. Ma Lingshi paused for a moment. The force that Zhao Feng displayed just then wasn't something that a peak Mystic Light realm should have. However, even so, the Azure Sky Fierce Tiger wasn't something that the two of them could block, so she charged out as well. Sacred Lightning Dominating Punch. Zhao Feng circulated the metal of wind lightning and punched out flashing golden fists. When these fists landed on the Azure Sky Fierce Tiger, several undetectable bolts of lightning fire obliteration entered the Azure Sky Fierce Tiger's body and dealt a destructive blow. In just a while, Zhao Feng, Wei Ku, and Ma Lingshi surrounded and killed the Azure Sky Fierce Tiger. Young Sir Zhao is indeed very strong. Ma Lingshi's eyes twinkled. The intent that Zhao Feng used just then was very profound and dominating. It was much stronger than Hu Cheng's. Hu Cheng flew out and landed on the Azure Sky Fierce Tiger's body. He took out his divine weapon and started to cut the materials. The rank 2 true god Azure Sky Fierce Tiger obviously couldn't be compared to the ancient beasts in front of them. There were definitely many treasures in its little world. Fuck off. Zhao Feng's eyes were cold as the dominating pressure of the 7th level of the sacred lightning body spread out. What? Hu Cheng's expression turned to shock. His bloodline and divine power were suppressed by Zhao Feng's physical force. His heart shook as he looked at Zhao Feng's cold golden eyes, and he took half a step back. The three of us killed it. What does it have to do with you? Zhao Feng's cold voice sounded. Hu Cheng was completely stunned by Zhao Feng's aura and didn't say anything. Wei Ku and Ma Lingshi didn't say anything either. Although Hu Cheng was from the same race as them, Hu Cheng's performance just now made them disappointed and even slightly disgusted. Zhao Feng took all the materials from the Azure Sky Fierce Tiger and opened its little world to take all the resources inside. These are for you too. Zhao Feng took out some resources and gave them to Wei Ku and Ma Lingshi. So much. I didn't expect the Azure Sky Fierce Tiger's little world to have so many resources. Ma Lingshi was overjoyed. However, she didn't know that Zhao Feng only took the bloodline of the Azure Sky Fierce Tiger and gave the rest to Ma Lingshi and Wei Ku. Hu Cheng's expression became grim as he looked at Ma Lingshi, who was smiling at Zhao Feng, and his hatred for Zhao Feng reached a peak. While Ma Lingshi and Wei Ku were organizing their spoils, a roar filled with monstrous rage resounded. Not good, it's the voice of an Azure Sky Fierce Tiger. Wei Ku's expression changed dramatically. They had killed this Azure Sky Fierce Tiger and attracted the attention of the other Azure Sky Fierce Tigers. Let's go! Hu Cheng roared coldly as he used a unique movement technique and disappeared into the forest. Bush, 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 bush. Zhao Feng and the other two immediately followed. Gradually, a gigantic green shadow came from behind. This Azure Sky Fierce Tiger was even bigger, and its fierce and enraged expression was domineering. It was obviously much stronger than the previous one. The strength of a rank 3 true god. Hu Cheng's expression turned pale white. The rank 3 true god Azure Sky Fierce Tiger was completely enraged, and it would only become more terrifying. A cold light flashed through Hu Cheng's eyes. He circulated his divine power into his long sword and suddenly slashed behind him. Hu Cheng too. Wei Ku, who was running away, didn't expect Hu Cheng to attack him. Ma Lingshi and Zhao Feng were also caught in the attack. Zhao Feng's body was strong, so he was fine, but Wei Ku was heavily injured. The cold aura also slowed down Wei Ku and Ma Lingshi's speed. At this moment, a fierce beast aura descended behind them. Chapter 1173. Wei Ku and Ma Lingshi's bodies felt cold, as if they had fallen into an icehouse as they felt the scorching aura behind them. I didn't expect Hu Cheng to be this kind of person. Ma Lingshi revealed a look of despair. If the four of them worked together, they might have a chance to survive against a rank 3 ancient beast, but at the critical moment, Hu Cheng ignored them and ran away alone. He even attacked them and told Ma Lingshi and Wei Ku to stall the Azure Sky Fierce Tiger while he ran away alone. She was blind to have met someone like this. Ma Lingshi thought that Hu Cheng was a good person at the start since he always took the initiative to fight against ancient beasts. "I'm sorry, Brother Zhao. It's all my fault," Wei Ku said with guilt. This was all because he invited Zhao Feng to join the blue-scaled races group. At this moment, Wei Ku was heavily injured, so how could Ma Lingshi and Zhao Feng deal with the Azure Sky Fierce Tiger that had the strength of a rank 3 true god? Die, despicable human. The Azure Sky Fierce Tiger stared at the three in front of it with its blood-red eyes and slammed down with its flaming metal claws. Ding, ding. A black metal shield suddenly appeared in Zhao Feng's hand, and Zhao Feng blocked the Azure Sky Fierce Tiger's flaming claws. "I'll stall it. You do run." At this moment, Zhao Feng's somewhat anxious voice resounded in the minds of the other two. "That's a defensive divine weapon." Ma Lingshi looked at the shield in Zhao Feng's hand and instantly understood. With Zhao Feng's strength, it was normal for him to have a divine weapon. "Let's go. I'm very fast. You know Wei Ku." Zhao Feng revealed a faint smile as he blocked the Azure Sky Fierce Tiger's attack. "Let's go." Ma Lingshi circulated her intent and grabbed Wei Ku before retreating. Maybe Zhao Feng was indeed very fast and could escape from the Azure Sky Fierce Tiger, but if the two of them stayed here, they would only slow down Zhao Feng and might die here. "Brother Zhao, you can't die." Wei Ku clenched his fists and hated himself for not being strong enough. The two of them quickly disappeared into the forest. "Human, no matter how fast you are, can you be faster than me?" The Azure Sky Fierce Tiger looked at Zhao Feng and regained his calmness as he mocked in disdain. "However, the divine weapon in your hand is quite extraordinary." "It's mine." Azure Sky Fierce Tiger laughed. "Hee, you think too highly of yourself." Zhao Feng sneered. A terrifyingly overbearing physical force instantly spread out. Zhao Feng released the suppressive power. Did he hide his strength? The Azure Sky Fierce Tiger didn't understand the golden-haired youth in front of him. He was only at the peak stages of the Mystic Light realm, but the aura he gave off was close to that of a rank 2 true god. "No matter what, you must die today." The azure flames on the Azure Sky Fierce Tiger's body surged again. But at that moment, Zhao Feng put away his shield and retreated. Buzz, buzz, buzz. A pair of pure golden wings of holy light appeared on his back, radiating with dazzling golden light. Shio! Zhao Feng immediately fled in a certain direction. Boom! The Azure Sky Fierce Tiger obviously wouldn't let Zhao Feng go so easily. It turned into an azure light and chased after him. However, there was still a small distance between it and Zhao Feng, and it couldn't catch up. At this moment, a weird feeling appeared in the Azure Sky Fierce Tiger's heart. It suddenly felt that this youth in front of it was unfathomable, and it had chased him for a long time. Just as the Azure Sky Fierce Tiger was about to return, Zhao Feng suddenly spoke. "I told you I'm very fast. Even if you have the strength of a rank 3 true god, you can't catch up to me." Zhao Feng revealed a smug smile. Then I'll show you the true power of the Azure Sky Fierce Tiger." The Azure Sky Fierce Tiger was enraged by Zhao Feng's words and instantly activated its bloodline power, increasing its speed. However, it realized that even after activating its bloodline power, the distance between it and Zhao Feng didn't change. Not good. Fear appeared in the Azure Sky Fierce Tiger's heart. The youth in front of it was unfathomable, and he purposely maintained the same speed as it to lure it to catch up. The Azure Sky Fierce Tiger immediately retreated, but its eyes instantly darkened. "Submit to Master." The azure sky fierce tiger's back was blocked by a group of ancient beasts that wasn't very strong, but they had the advantage in numbers and could fight with the azure sky fierce tiger. And at this moment, from all directions, ancient beasts and races began to surround them one after another. How is this possible? Human. The azure sky fierce tiger looked at Zhao Feng in shock. It couldn't imagine how Zhao Feng was able to enslave so many ancient beasts by himself. This strong battle power was enough to crush the stronger ancient beasts here. Go! With Zhao Feng's order, all the ancient beasts began to attack. In just a short while, the azure sky fierce tiger lost its ability to fight and was slowly enslaved by Zhao Feng. Right now, I need more battle power. If you weren't strong, I wouldn't have lured you here. Zhao Feng stood on the azure sky fierce tiger's head and looked into the distance. Now that a large number of experts had entered his territory, Zhao Feng was too weak. He had to quickly recruit more slaves to increase his strength. Since Master has such high hopes, I won't let you down. The azure sky fierce tiger said respectfully. Zhao Feng used the metal lightning radiance wings technique and flew toward a certain direction. The azure sky fierce tiger followed behind Zhao Feng and maintained a certain distance. Found them. Wei Ku and Ma Lingshi were heavily injured and couldn't run too far. Zhao Feng's vision and senses were very strong in the ancient dream realm, so he soon found the two of them. Wei Ku ate some healing pills to heal his injuries. His state of existence wasn't high, and Hu Qing used a divine weapon, so his injuries couldn't be healed so easily. What should we do next? Ma Lingshi had a sorrowful expression. Hu Qing, who was from the same race, had abandoned them when they were in danger and even hit them when they were down. On the other hand, Zhao Feng stalled a rank 3 ancient beast by himself and let them run away first. There was no comparison between the two. We'll wait for Brother Zhao. He'll be fine. Wei Ku said simply. Ma Lingshi paused for a moment. She didn't know why Wei Ku trusted Zhao Feng so much. Under normal circumstances, Zhao Feng would definitely be dead. One had to know that the azure sky fierce tiger was a rank 3 true god. Right at this moment, a surge of wind and lightning came from behind them. Zhao Feng. Ma Lingshi's expression changed, but she then revealed a joyful smile. She didn't expect Zhao Feng to actually come back. I already said that I'm very fast. The azure sky fierce tiger can't catch up to me. Zhao Feng straightforwardly said. The three then rested for half a day. The wild ancient secret dimension was filled with danger, so they needed to maintain their peak state. The three of them spent most of the day cultivating. Wei Ku and Ma Lingshi could feel the danger of this place. Only by being strong could one survive. Both of them had been through life and death situations before, so they had made a lot of progress in their cultivation. Zhao Feng urgently needed to increase his strength. Only then would he be able to protect his own resources and steal resources from other experts. In order to not let the two of them notice, Zhao Feng only absorbed the power of God Tribulation Lightning while comprehending cultivation techniques, perfecting the metal lightning radiance wings technique, and studying the soul-splitting technique. The ancient dream realm was extremely big, and Zhao Feng could only move around a certain area. He couldn't care about other places. However, Zhao Feng had 2 clones. If he created a 3rd clone, then Zhao Feng would be able to control an even larger area. At this moment, although Zhao Wan and Zhao Wang didn't do anything, that was because Zhao Feng ordered them to increase their strength and break through to the demigod realm. Almost all the experts who came here were quasi-gods, which was the demigod realm. Only by reaching the demigod realm would one not be suspected or targeted. Only then would one have the ability to compete with other experts. Zhao Wan and Zhao Wang's bloodlines had been strengthened in the ancient dream realm. If they broke through to the demigod realm, their true strength would probably surpass Wei Ku's. In the morning, the three set off. At this moment, Zhao Feng had become the leader of the two. Wei Ku and Ma Lingshi answered almost all of Zhao Feng's questions for Zhao Feng. This was Zhao Feng's current goal, to understand as much as he could about the wild ancient secret dimension in the ancient desolate realm of gods. Wei Ku even gave Zhao Feng the map that the blue-scaled race had obtained with great difficulty. These maps were scattered everywhere, but even Zhao Feng hadn't been to most of the places on them before. There were also descriptions of the dangers and fortuitous encounters in certain places. Suddenly, the sound of fighting sounded in everyone's ears. "It's in that direction. Let's go take a look," Zhao Feng straightforwardly said. In reality, with Zhao Feng's eyesight, he could see what was going on a few 100,000 miles away. Zhao Feng had purposely led the other two to this place. The three slowly approached the place where the sounds of fighting were coming from. An elder and two youths were fighting with several golden-horned flame rats at the entrance of a cave. The golden-horned flame rats were extremely fast, and they could use earth fire. The golden horns on their heads were also sharp weapons. Several scorching flames surrounded the three in the air. Each of them had a powerful aura. Damn it, what fierce golden-horned fire rats! The two youths were both quasi-gods. One of them had reached the strength of a rank 2 true god, while the other was slightly weaker. "You two, focus your attacks on one point and attack the stomachs of the golden-horned fire rats," the elder in azure said coldly with a grim expression. The elder in azure waved his hands and sent out several bolts of lightning that stalled 3 golden-horned fire rats. "Kill them all!" The golden-horned fire rat with the brightest golden horn on its head roared. Wei Ke and Ma Lingshi's expressions changed when they saw the three fighting with the golden-horned fire rats. "Brother Zhao, that elder is a rank 3 true god. Let's leave." Wei Ke's eyes were filled with wariness as he looked at the elder in azure. Although the cave was giving off the fragrance of herbs, the two sides were too strong. They weren't people they could fight against. "We should find the experts of the older generation first. Only then will we be able to obtain more fortune in the wild ancient dream realm," Ma Lingshi suggested. The two youths were disciples of the fire-winged race, and the elder in azure was a human. It was impossible to see his bloodline. However, the trio was much stronger than them. The elder in azure was a rank 3 true god. One of the two males was stronger than Hu Cheng, and the other was on par with Ma Lingshi. "If you want to leave, then leave. I need the things in the cave," Zhao Feng straightforwardly said. In reality, Zhao Feng was only getting close to Wei Ke and company to obtain more information and maps. Zhao Feng still needed to interact with other experts and obtain the information on their maps. Right at this moment, the eyes of the elder in azure fighting with the golden-horned fire rats flashed, and he roared, "Friends hiding in the shadows, if you're willing to help us, we can split the fortune in the cave evenly." The other two youths and the golden-horned fire rats instantly revealed wary expressions as they looked toward the dense forest to their right. Zhao Feng and company soon appeared in front of them. "You should leave. This kind of strength is of no help to us." The elder in azure glanced at Zhao Feng and company and said coldly before continuing to fight with the golden-horned fire rats. The golden-horned fire rats didn't bother with Zhao Feng and company. They originally thought that an extremely powerful human would appear, which would put them in a bad situation. However, the three that walked out were far too weak. Even if they teamed up with the elder in azure and company, they wouldn't be able to affect them at all. You're tuning in to the Passion Pages YouTube channel. We're so grateful for your support, and don't forget to subscribe to join us on this incredible journey through captivating stories. Your generosity through donations truly makes a world of difference, as it's the primary source of revenue that allows me to expand and enhance this channel for you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for being a part of this adventure.